I look back at it now and just think about how grateful I am for all the lessons in wins and the losses, because it really ends up defining who you are as a person and as a player.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL.
The Vegas Golden Knights squad is 5-5 in the playoffs, a 3.15 goals against average and an .876 save percentage, and a minus 6.1 goals saved above expectation. Edmonton, Vegas, Game 5, the Oilers have won 3 straight games on the road. 2 of them have been 2 of their 3 best performances of the playoffs, and the Golden Knights are just 2-3 at home in the playoffs here after having a very good regular season home record. 22 minutes to face off, and this is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage.
You want to go?
Counseling services.
Let's go!
Dental coverage.
That was not offside.
And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
This is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Yeah, we got to play one good game. That's where our head's at. Let's play one good game here tonight and give ourselves a good chance to move on.
That is Leon Draisaitl, who centered a line with Vasily Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen that had many hockey pundits going, what? And as it turned out, the Oilers hard-matched Draisaitl against the Jack Eichel line, and it worked. Speaking of Kasperi Kapanen, he came in, he played great, and he's just taken in the moment.
Just enjoy it. I mean, playoff games are always special, and especially with this team, it's a special team. And like I said earlier, just the atmosphere last game in Edmonton was unbelievable, and I hopefully that that keeps up, and just enjoy it and relish it, and just keep it simple.
There we go. The Edmonton Oilers are the number 1 ranked team in the NHL in the playoffs at 59% expected goals for, 5v5. We've got some clarity on the Vegas Golden Knights lines. It'll be Victor Olofsson that'll move up with Eichel and Howden, Carlson with Barbashev and Smith, Hertl with Dorofeyev and Waugh, Schwint will center Pearson and Keegan Kolzar. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Let's go to Legacy Heating and Cooling. Who's hot and who's not? Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments and no interest for a year. Bobby and Steve and the team at Legacy. And Connor McDavid, 8-game point streak. He's second in playoff scoring 2 goals, 11 points in 13 games. And this is how good the Oilers have been. Games 5 and 6, the closeout games against the the final 2 games of the LA series, the Oilers scored 9 goals. And the Oilers' top 2 offensive players, the 2 highest scoring players in the league since coming into the top 5 point producers all time in NHL history, did not score. In the 3-0 victory against Vegas in game number 4, again, McDavid and Draisaitl, they didn't need to score, but McDavid does have 2 goals and 13 points on an 8-game point streak. Out-of-town scoreboard, get ready for it. The out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The Toronto Maple Leafs were up 2-0. They were up 3-1 in the third period against the Florida Panthers. Panthers came back. Brad Marchand scored in overtime. Panthers put on a clinic, winning 2-0 in game number 4 to tie the series 2-2. Game 5 is being played tonight in Toronto. It is 6-0 for Florida. The Panthers are hammering the Maple Leafs, and they're obviously going to go up 3-2. 3-2 in the series. Western Hockey League tonight, the Medicine Hat Tigers won 6-0 without Gavin McKenna. Caden Lidstrom, who just returned to the lineup, got a little bit banged up in that game as well. to go up 2-1 in Spokane. Game number 4 goes tonight in Spokane. The London Knights with Sam O'Reilly and William Nickel, a pair of Oilers draft picks. They are up 3-1 over former Oiler Brad Malone's Oshawa Generals with a victory last night. And they've separated a bit over the last couple games. I think they've scored 13 goals in those 2 games of the London Knights. Again, tonight, it is Game 5 of the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance goal of the game, health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. So, Game 5 coming up, and coming up as well, Rob Brown and Cam Moon. There is a total of 18 minutes to face off. And this is Rogers Game Night on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey, Edmonton. Ever think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in-store for details.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. T-Mobile Arena, Bob Stauffer with you. We're going to bring aboard Rob Brown and Cam Moon. And Rob, we'll start with you. An opportunity for the Oilers to close out the series. They're playing a real good club, well-managed, well-coached. But now Vegas is officially down Mark Stone, who now it's got to be stated, they didn't have Mark Stone in game number 3 for 40 minutes, and they looked pretty good. But, you know, it's a significant absence to their lineup. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, he's their best all-round player. Played for Team Canada at the Four Nations, one of the best two-way players in the National Hockey League. The team isn't as good without him in the lineup. But this is a Vegas Golden Knight team that won a Stanley Cup 2 years ago. They still have a lot of quality players, well coached, have a goaltender that can get hot. They are still dangerous. But there's going to have to be players that have to elevate. Eichel has been good but not great in this series. Hurdle's been, I think, quiet in this series. Those are players that are going to have to really elevate their game to if they want to extend the series. And for the Oilers, just replicate what they did in game number 4 on home ice. They play that way. They showed the Vegas Golden Knights that they can't keep up to that pace. So the Oilers want to set the tone, set the pace, and see if Vegas is able to match it.
Cam, they've loaded up their top 9 here. I don't know how much their fourth line is going to play, but Eichel with Howden and Olofsson, since they don't have number 61 Mark Stone, Karlsson, Barbashev, and Smith. Now, Karlsson and Smith have played a lot together over the years. Hurdle with Dorofeyev and Waugh. Your thoughts?
Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures. They're on the brink of elimination, and you've got to push everything to the middle to generate offense. And in game 4, it was difficult to do. The Oilers did a great job of moving the puck up the ice, kept it out of their end when they did give up opportunities, and they did. Stuart Skinner had to make some big saves at big times, but it's not like Edmonton gave up a ton. There were some good ones, but it wasn't a ton. Oilers were good at keeping the shots suppressed. And I was just impressed with the way they moved the puck up the ice, the Oilers in that case, against the Golden Knights. And the Oilers going to the net in the first period with a bit of reckless abandon and getting into the face of Adin Hill and upsetting him a fair bit in that first period. You want to do that as best you can and do it without taking penalties. I know Evander Kane got a penalty, but I'm not quite sure what else he was supposed to do. He got cross-checked into the back, into the netminder, so a bit of a tough call. But still, going to the net hard like that.
Did you actually say a bit of a tough call?
Yes.
Okay, because, Cam's always the guy that's, Bob, they just got to play through it, and I agree. But, Rob, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. We'll get to a lot of other aspects. We got time. The Oilers have a 59% expected goals for, which is number one in the playoffs amongst all NHL teams 5-on-5. That means they have a high percentage of the offensive zone time in play. Are you surprised that Edmonton hasn't had more power plays than the opposition team in any of the 10 games so far? Does that not strike you as a bit of a statistical anomaly?
No, and I don't get into talk about refs. I think it's a waste of breath. I think that too many times we cry wolf on penalties.
I'm going to hold you to that in case there's potential. Like I just think at some point here, don't the marbles have to even out?
No, I haven't seen things where I'm like, oh, that was a blatant call mess.
Yeah.
I think both. I think if you're listening to the Vegas Knights announcers or the Vegas Knights fan base, they will find a lot of calls that weren't called in their favor last game too.
Of course.
I think it's silly to talk about refs. There's so many good things that we can talk about in hockey. Why do we waste our time complaining about referees?
Let's talk about what a good thing tonight. The Oilers are up 3-1 in the series. I know they don't have Stone. They're still a really good team. They got a championship team. They're tough to put down. How much of this is just about what Edmonton does tonight?
A lot of it. I think we saw the Oilers push the pace in Game 4, and I think it both surprised and shocked the Golden Knights. I don't think they had an answer in the first period, and they were just trying to survive and get into that intermission to somehow regroup. And unfortunately for them, they weren't able to survive because they found themselves down a couple goals. Edmonton is good. They have a very good team. They are deep. They got superstars. They are playing as a team. Their goaltender gave them saves. They are a tough hockey club. Tonight, if the Oilers play like they did in the first period and come out the same way, Vegas is going to have a hard time matching that. So I do believe the Edmonton Oilers are a good enough team that at the end of the night, it is simply, and they talk about it a lot, we are just worried about how we play. We feel we are as good as any team, if not better than any team in the league, and we're going to go out and show it. And I think they've done that here in the past, since probably Game 4 of the LA series. They've shown that, okay, here's our best, try and beat it, and the opposition so far hasn't been able to do it on a very consistent basis.
There was 4 separate acknowledgments in the post-game availability with Bruce Cassidy, Cam, where Bruce made comments to the effect of hats off to them or solid job by them. Was that a reflection of how well and how structured Edmonton was in that hockey game?
Oh, I think it was. And that was as good a game as I think the Oilers have played these playoffs and have for a while. Just how complete it was. And I think it started on the back end. I thought all 6D were really good at managing things in their own end and getting it up the ice. And then the fact that the team played as physical as they did and went as hard towards the opposition net. And we talked about it earlier in the series, how hard it is to get to the middle of the ice against Vegas because of their D to score goals. Well, Adam Henrique scored 2 goals in the first period from a very small area in front of the net. It's difficult to do that. Oilers were able to do it. And then you get an Evander Kane goal, but that was off the rush. If they can continue to do that, I really like their chances.
Rob, I think in the playoffs, like Gardner McDougall at Moncton, he coaches hard, firm, direct. And I think in the playoffs, the best teams can play hard, firm, and direct. And the Oilers inserted a defenseman in that plays hard, firm, and direct. And I know not everybody likes the plus-minus stat, but I'm going to give you one. Troy Stetcher has played 22 playoff games in his career for 3 different teams. Okay? For Vancouver, for LA. He was very good against the Oilers, you would remember back in 22. And now for Edmonton. He's plus 14 in 22 playoff games, Rob. It's not fluke to me. So how much of a boost did the Oilers D get by having a guy that they could pair with Darnell Nurse that complements Darnell, that plays a hard, firm, direct style?
Well, I mean, we both know that had he not get injured down the stretch, he was starting Game 1 of the playoffs. He had won the spot as the number 6 defenseman, and injury kept him out. And it was just a matter of when the Oilers were going to be able to make a change in their lineup. And they waited because they had a 6-game winning streak. But once he got in there, this is what we saw from him this season when he played. He skates well. He compete. His compete is second to none. And you don't last, he's over 500 games, I believe, in the NHL now. You don't last as a 5'8" defenseman in the NHL that's not offensive unless your compete is through the roof. And it is. And then you add the fact he's been sitting in the press box just itching to get in there. And a plus-minus, when you're plus 14 and you're not playing with incredibly skilled players, and he's not getting on the ice. He's not with a Matthews in Toronto or a McDavid in Edmonton or go around the league. He plays a lot of the times with second, third, or fourth line players. So to be plus 14, that means you're just not on for many against, because your group isn't scoring a whole ton. So I thought he was excellent in that game. I thought he's been very good for the Oilers this season, and I think he brings energy when he's on the ice. He's noticeable in the fact that his feet don't stop moving. He's just always going, and that's infectious. And when he plays with Nurse, he's hopping tonight. I want to be hopping. So I think the insertion of Stetcher in the back end gave just a jolt back there, and I thought he was excellent in that game.
All right, we've gone the whole pregame. We haven't talked about the goaltending. You played the position, Cam. What'd you like of Stuart Skinner's performance the other night?
Well, I thought he was in control, really in control, and looked completely dialed in and tracking the puck extremely well. Those are good signs. In Game 3, I thought he played well and gave them a chance, and played aggressive on that late one, forced a wide shot that landed up hitting Leon's stick and going in. But picked it up from there and then goes into Game 4, had some big moments to make big saves, made big saves in big moments. We've seen him reset many times, regular season, last year in the playoffs against the Canucks in the second round, and comes back strong. He's done that for the Edmonton Oilers. That's huge for him. The confidence that he must have after Game 4 will, I think, pay dividends for this team moving ahead.
Robbie's had now 6 straight starts against Vegas where he's had a 9-12 or better save percentage. His numbers, games 4 through 7 in the playoffs, have been really good. Okay? So that bodes well for Edmonton. Let's go to Ford. Keys to the game. Rob, you're going to get the last word. Ford is the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. Give me the keys.
Well, I think it goes on just what you two were talking about. I think a couple big saves from Stuart Skinner early in this hockey game. I thought it set the tone in Game 4 as well. Stopped a breakaway, stopped a great deflection by McNabb, who snuck in and swallowed the puck. No rebounds. He wasn't blocking them. He was swallowing it. So I think tonight Vegas has got to have a push. You would expect early in this hockey game. A couple big saves from Stuart Skinner. And the other thing that we haven't seen be a huge factor for the Oilers in the playoffs has been their power play. Here's an opportunity for the power play to jump out of maybe a little bit of a rut and win them a hockey game and win them a series.
There you go. That wraps up Rogers Game Night. Game 5, the Oilers with a chance to advance up 3-1 against the Vegas Golden Knights. Cam Moon will have the call up next on Ford Oilers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
To stay with Edmonton's Best Hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's Best Hotels. Get paid to stay.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Legacy Heating and Cooling Jingle auditions take one for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it, Nuge. That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah, well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's best hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's best hotels. Get paid to stay.
We stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Lene Myers. Fans, please remain standing for the U.S. national anthem performed tonight by Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This is Oil Country.
McDavid,
Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers up 3-1 in this second-round series with the Vegas Golden Knights. An opportunity to move on to the Western Conference Final, but they'll need a victory here this evening. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Brendan Escott. We're the Oilers Radio Network and the Oilers starting lineup. It's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, it'll be Connor McDavid with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. On defense, Brett Kulak and Evan Bouchard. And goal, Stuart Skinner. For the Golden Knights, William Karlsson with Riley Smith and Ivan Barbashev. On defense, Noah Hanifin and Alex Pietrangelo, and it'll be Aiden Hill in goal. Referees Dan O'Rourke and Francois St. Laurent. Bevan Mills and Devin Berg, they're on the lines, and we're underway here in Game 5. Puck goes into Vegas territory. It's along the right wing boards, top of the circle, off the stick of Barbashev through the middle to Karlsson. He'll flip it into the Edmonton end, go after it himself, and it's Nugent-Hopkins, cross ice to Bouchard. He'll get out through center to McDavid, in over the Vegas line, a shot, and it launches off the stick of Pietrangelo, goes out of play. So we're 26 seconds into this scoreless first period.
And Zach Hyman got clattered too in the corner. So we'll see whether or not Bruce Cassidy's got last change here. Does he go with his rejuvenated ike line again? No, Mark Stone.
As the Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Kapanen lines out there. And
he's going to put the hurdle line out against those guys.
My guess is he'll keep Jack Eichel away from that Draisaitl.
Yeah.
As they did a very good job against them in Game 4 in Edmonton, a 3-0 victory. Face off to the right of Hill. Hill had 29 saves in that game. The puck goes to the right corner, now through the middle, in between the Oiler defenseman, comes out of the zone. Klingberg Got it through center ice, stepping up. Waugh into the Edmonton end to Hurdle. And Hurdle at the top of the circle, and it knocked away from him. Chasing after it is Hanifin. Gets body position on Kapanen.
Draisaitl got interfered with there. Cagey play in the backside.
Puck in the neutral zone. Dorofeev down the left wing to Waugh. Into the Edmonton end. He'll get it back. The hard shot. And a save by Skinner. Dorofeev with a one-time blast. And Skinner got it with a glove.
Well, Dorofeev can really shoot the puck. And out comes Henrique and Brown. I'm pretty sure this is the matchup there. They're going to get Eichel's line out there. So we mentioned that Henrique is at 58% in the circle. Eichel's at 46.7%.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. It's won by Henrique. Right wing corner. Stetcher high in the air and out with it. Brown in the neutral zone. Gets into the Vegas end. Goes to the left wing corner. Brown up against the boards. It comes free. And it's Howden to get it out for Vegas. One hands it deep into the Edmonton end. Goes into the corner. It's up against the boards. Howden trying to dig it loose. Instead, Kane is there to Brown. Brown's pass off his skate. Goes deep into the right wing corner of the Edmonton zone. Stancher up the right side to Brown. Now to Kane. He'll take a bump from Colasar and shoot it in. Pietrangelo behind his net. To Hanifin up the left wing. Out to center ice off the stick of Colasar. It's at the Edmonton blue line. Shot out through center. Stepping up and bringing the puck in is Schwint. And he'll dump the puck into the left wing corner. Is Schwint playing in his first game of this series. In fact, his first game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Bouchard with it in behind the goal for Kulak. Kulak will wait in behind the net. On the left side to Janmark. Across it center off the stick of Frederick. White Cloud. On the right to Haig, the center that was broken up by McDavid to Frederick. Into the Vegas zone on the left wing. Jams the puck to the left wing corner. Haig off the boards and out. It'll go up on end. It will not be icing.
Wow.
It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Wallman to Nugent-Hopkins, now to McDavid. McDavid with points in 8 straight games at center ice. He'll shoot it in. We're scoreless. We're 2:45 into the opening period here of Game 5. The puck along the left wing corner board. And Hyman goes in behind the Vegas net over to the right. Cycles the puck to Nugent-Hopkins. Right wing, too. The shot by Hyman goes high and wide and out to center ice. Klingberg, right wing to McDavid, into the Vegas end. Now to Klingberg, going towards the net. Pass in front, and no one from the Oilers could get a stick on it.
Hyman, what a chance. Just couldn't pick it up. Great play by Klingberg.
Pietrangelo to Hurdle. His shot off the stick of Nurse. And that'll go out of play. 3:20 gone here in a scoreless first period. Nurse gets into it a little bit there with Hurdle.
Just a little bit of gamesmanship there.
Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins both going to the front of the net, and that's set up by Klingberg.
Well, reverse pivot by McDavid, and Klingberg dragged the puck. Edmonton very unlucky not to have tapped that puck in. Hyman.
Good play by Pietrangelo, had him tied up. Face off to the right of Skinner to the point. Pietrangelo shot that goes off of Henrique and out of play.
Draisaitl out there, he's at 55%, so they've got Henrique at 58, Leon at 55. They're Edmonton's two best face-off specialists. D-zone draw. Waugh normally is about a 55% guy. He's at 51% in the playoffs this year. So he's a strong, big man.
Puck goes to Nurse, off the left wing glass and out, and that hits somebody at the Edmonton bench. So we'll do it again.
Well, this has had a much more tepid start game before in Edmonton.
That one had everything.
Yeah, to say the least.
There was physicality. There was a really fired up Rogers plays. It was an incredible start to Game 4. Oilers get an early goal from Henrique in that one, too. Draisaitl wins the draw. Nurse To the right side, to Stetcher, up the right wing boards. Top of the circle, it comes back to Stetcher. He will get it out in the pass through the middle. Just missed Draisaitl. Off the left wing from Henrique. And the puck cleared out to the neutral zone. Waugh to the middle. To Hanifin. Now, puck goes on the left wing. The shot by Hurdle off the stick of Kapanen to the boards, and it's Podkolzin to the line, and it did not get out. Along the right corner boards.
Good job by Stetcher. Cleaved that one out of there under duress.
And now clears it to center, and it's shoveled into the zone by Podkolzin. Oilers will make a quick change. Theodore through the middle for Vegas. Left wing to Eichel. Makes a move, comes into the Edmonton zone. Down the left side, his pass broken up by Bouchard. Olofsson along the right wing boards behind the net. To Eichel in front, just off the stick of Olofsson. Left wing, Eichel to the blue line. Across the blue line, a shot blocked by Henrique. Theodore to McNabb. Wanted to get it low, it hit Brown and comes out. 4:45 gone here in a scoreless first. The Oilers taking on the Golden Knights in Game 5. Puck dished on the right to Howden in front of the net, and that's just too far. And never did get to Eichel. And getting it out is Kane. Takes a hard hit from Theodore, but got it out. McNabb in front of his own net. Stops between the hash marks.
Vegas has had a good start here, which we expected.
Up the left wing. Off the stick of Kolasar, goes to the end boards. Pearson after it, so is Schwint. Goes to the right wing corner, Schwint up against those right wing boards. To Pearson, to Schwint. Schwint stops him behind the net, to the right wing, back to the right wing point. White Cloud, a shot off a stick into the corner. Kolasar on the end boards. Lost it. McDavid.
It's like McDavid, I don't know where Janmark is, but McDavid was out for the shift. Have to keep an eye on that.
Wallman with it now in front of the Edmonton goal. Take it in behind the goal. Edmonton makes changes.
Nugent Hopkins now with Hyman and Kane.
Going through center, glances off his stick, goes deep into the Vegas zone. Pietrangelo rimming it to the blue line. Nurse had kept it in. Pietrangelo trying to clear it. He does. Up to William Karlsson. One hands it through center ice. Stetcher breaking that up. Nugent Hopkins in over the Vegas line to the right wing corner. In behind the net goes Zach Hyman to the left wing. Swings it back to the right. Stetcher, a shot, and that's off the stick of Riley Smith, and that goes up and out of play. We're going to take a break. We have played 6 minutes and 16 seconds of a scoreless first period. The Oilers in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena here in Game 5. It is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Golden Knights scoreless here in the first 6:16 gone in the opening period. The Oilers, this is Oil Country Playoffs 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of kids in oil country who need our help. The last raffle was over $6.1 million, and tonight's jackpot $559,000. It's just getting started. Get your tickets before tonight's big draw at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50.
I don't think Edmonton's down a forward, but right now Draisaitl is in between Perry and Frederick.
So a shuffling of the lines. And the puck gets turned over right at the blue line, but hopped over the stick of Frederick, and it comes out. At center ice is Howden. Howden waits for Eichel to get onside. Dumps it in. Draisaitl, left wing corner to Nurse. Up the right wing to center ice to Perry. Now to Stetcher. He'll shoot it into the Vegas zone. We're scoreless. We're here in the first 6:45 gone. It's game 5. Oilers lead the series 3-1. McNabb at center will flip it in. Going in behind his net and out from behind is Draisaitl through the middle. Draisaitl, right wing to Brown. Into the Vegas zone to the corner, goes off his stick. Pietrangelo to the point where Klingberg kept it in only for a second, and through the middle, it's Hanifin. Forced to the right into the Oiler end, stops in the right wing corner from the right side. A hard shot that goes off the outside of the net. Is drilling that towards the goal was Dorofiev in the right corner. To the blue line to Hanifin. In behind the net to Waugh. Waugh to the left wing corner in front of the goal, but broken up by Kane. They'll get to the center ice line and flip it in. They'll go in behind the Vegas net. Around to Waugh on the left. Near the top of the circle, Henrique able to keep it in for Edmonton. He's up against the boards. To Brown, right wing corner. Here's Kane, a shot, save made by Hill. He'll cover it up as Kane just took it right to the net.
It's Edmonton's first shot on game. Vegas has only got one as well. In the first 8 minutes, the Oilers have some real good defensive zone structure. Yeah, we haven't seen Janmark the last 2 rotations. He did take a little bit of a cruise on the ice after the timeout, during the timeout.
Face off to the left of Aiden Hill. As McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent Hopkins are out there for Edmonton. Through the middle, Carlson will get it to center ice. McDavid to his own end, to Bouchard. To Kulak on the right to Hyman, just over the Vegas blue line. Will dump it into the corner. McNabb to the end boards. Can't get it out past Hyman. The puck along the right wing. Into the corner for Nugent Hopkins. Slides away from McNabb. Goes to the left wing point. Kulak, a shot, and that's off a stick and wide. Pitching in is Bouchard, but at the top of the circles, Carlson will get it out. Kulak with Smith on him up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Being forced into his own end by Barbashev. Over to Kulak.
Well, Janmark's out there now.
And he's got the puck. He's at the Edmonton blue line.
He's going to play with Kapanen and Colson. You know why they're doing this.
Puck shot down. It's icing against Edmonton.
They're going to, that way they can get Draisaitl out as much as possible against Jack Eichel. That's the rationale behind it. So a little bit of a shift there. Well, and it is. And right now, Janmark and Kapanen are having a discussion who's going to take the face-off here. Because they've got their top line on the ice. Janmark is at 32% in the circle. And he's going up against Howden here.
To the right of Stuart Skinner. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard on the boards to Kulak. Up the right wing. Backhands it out to his center. Janmark able to just get it in.
That was a trip. They missed it.
Eichel into the Edmonton zone to the right corner, to the middle of the ice, off the skate of Hanifin. And Nurse able to clear it out. Pietrangelo to Eichel. On the right wing for Olofsson. It goes to the right wing corner of the Edmonton end. Now in behind the net. Rimmed on the right Getting it out with Stetcher. Here's Eichel. Across. Olofsson into the Oilers zone on the right wing. To the right wing corner. Dumped down by Janmark. Puck goes up against the boards. It'll go to Stetcher. Left wing to Frederick as he gets to center. Across to Kapanen. In over the line to Frederick along the right wing side. Near the blue line. Just poked in by Nurse. And it's at the blue line of the Golden Knights and flipped out. Skating onto it is Schwint. Stops in the Edmonton end on the left wing. Out of the left wing corner, a shot and a glove save made by Skinner. Holds onto it. 9:59 to go here in the first period. Still scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights in Game 5. We'll be right back from T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the stream. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security efficiently at Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live or check out evolve.com for more information. That's EVOLV.com.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Dan Moon and Bob Stauffer, we're here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights. 9:59 to go in the first period. Shots are only 2-1 for Vegas.
Well, the Oilers have had a couple chances in and around the net, but couldn't get deflections or tap-ins.
Face off in the Edmonton zone to the right of Stuart Skinner. McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent-Hopkins out with Kulak and Bouchard, but Barbashev wins the draw. Hanifin, a shot steered aside by Skinner. And the puck on the end boards. Right wing corner, McDavid will stop and go in behind the Edmonton net. The right wing to Bouchard. Bouchard cross ice. To Nugent-Hopkins, he's able to shoot it in. Rims to Bouchard through the middle to McDavid, goes down the left wing, a shot, trying to go short side upstairs, goes off the glass, the puck along the boards, it's cleared out, and it's Carlson, he'll get to it, long shot way wide. Smith in the right wing corner, pinned by Nugent-Hopkins. Puck goes to Carlson, saucers it to the left wing point. Haig towards the net, a bad save made by Skinner. Kulak up the left wing. Finds Hyman, will bump it back to Bouchard. Bouchard leads all defensemen in the playoffs coming into tonight with 12 points. Has it in front of his net. Over to Brown. Up the left wing to center ice. Just gets to the Vegas blue line. Henrique in over the line to Brown to the left wing. A bad angle backhand. Bad save made by Hill. Skating out up the left wing, Storofiev to center ice for Vegas through the middle to Hurdle. A bouncing puck off his stick to the end boards. Hurdle recovers it, goes in behind the Edmonton goal. His pass to the slot off of Klingberg or off of Wallman. Puck on the end boards. Waugh on the right wing, top of the circle, gets it to his forehand. Now to his backhand, back along the boards to the top of the circle. Floats it to the point. Theodore will walk in. A shot goes wide of the Edmonton net. Kane will get it to the line, but it doesn't get out. Jake Wallman in behind his goal. 8:05 to go in a scoreless first. Oilers take on the Golden Knights in Game 5. It's at the side of the Edmonton goal. Colasar, right wing corner. Cycles the puck to Hurdle. Knocked off his stick. Henry couldn't get it out. Took a hit. Hurdle into the right wing corner to Colasar. He'll go in behind the goal. He'll stop. Right wing corner to Dorofeev. To the blue line. Theodore off the right side for Dorofeev. Skates to the middle on the left wing to Colasar. The shot and the save made by Skinner. Hit him in the left shoulder. He held it up against his body. And we'll get a gathering in front of the Edmonton net. 7:34 to go here in a scoreless first.
Well, Edmonton had a couple chances to get rid of the puck, and they couldn't get it out of the zone. Skinner's been solid early. Neither goaltenders had a lot of work. Edmonton's going to need to do a little bit better job managing the puck here.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner.
Draisaitl's seeing a lot of activity bouncing between lines. Eichel comes out.
Draisaitl's out there with Kapanen and Janmark. Eichel will take the draw. He'll win it. Pietrangelo right point, waiting. Put it through the slot. Goes right to Nurse. Will spin in behind the Edmonton net. Knocked down by Howden, but does get the puck to the right wing for Stetcher. And it goes off of Hanifin and out of play as Stetcher is trying to get it out. Faceoff will come outside the Edmonton blue line.
And now we're back to Draisaitl. Put Coles and Kapanen. Yeah. Vegas has been physical early here. We expected it, Cam. We expected, look, championship caliber team.
Draisaitl to Nurse. Through the middle. Todd Colson got it to the blue line, but that's it. Eichel, center ice, right wing to Olofsson. Off the boards and in. Stetcher is in behind the net. Deal with a rolling puck. Gets it up on the glass. Past McNabb and out. Theodore.
And that's what Stetcher gives you, Cam.
Gets it out quick. On the right wing, Olofsson will shoot it in. He's going to rim. Stetcher has to play it off his skate. In behind the net to Nurse. Nurse waits in behind the Edmonton goal. Both teams will make some changes here. Nurse steps out through the middle of the ice. Left wing to Janmark. At center ice, he'll dump it in. Cross corner, goes in behind the net. Hill comes out of his goal. Pietrangelo won't get it past Janmark. It's in behind the net. Perry to the right wing point. Bouchard will get the puck. He'll shoot it towards the net. Saved by Hill. The rebound jabbed on net. Saved by Hill. And the puck at the side of the goal. And finally, Aiden Hill will cover it up. But the Oilers get great opportunity. All started from the shot from the point of Bouchard, and everybody gathers in behind the net.
Well, this season, when you rip a guy's helmet off, you usually get a penalty for that. But they're not going to playoffs. They're not going to call it.
All good.
Yep. And frankly, Hill's been lucky with a couple plays to the left of him that haven't gone in, and that time puck ricocheted, and he was across.
Janmark had two chances, and Hill made the save.
Yep.
.6:11 to go here in a scoreless first.
I don't think Bruce Cassidy will be at all disappointed with how his team's played to start here. They're physical. Yep. They're in the Oilers' face.
Face off to the right of Aiden Hill. McDavid wins the draw. Kulak to Bouchard. Right wing to Nugent Hopkins into the corner. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins to the net. The shot off the outside of the goal.
Almost caught the short side on him, Cam.
It's cleared out. Eichel only to the Edmonton blue line. Nugent Hopkins up the left wing to McDavid. Comes into the Vegas zone to the middle in front of the net. It just missed connecting with Hyman. The puck to the right wing point. As Bouchard tried to keep it in, it comes out maybe a 2-on-1. Olofsson with Pietrangelo to Olofsson, won't get a shot. McDavid and Hyman had come back on the play.
David looks hurt here.
Went into the end boards hard, but he gets up. Going to skate to the Edmonton bench.
And not with a lot of pace and tempo. Got to keep an eye on that.
Bouchard has it in behind the net. 5:20 to go here in a scoreless first. Game 5 in Vegas. Up the right wing to Kane, just to the blue line. Waugh has it now for the Golden Knights. To McNabb on the right wing. Off the boards, Dorofiev's going to take a hit. Puck's right at the blue line. Hurdle off his stick. Deep into the Vegas zone. Hurdle will get to it on the right. Now cut to the middle as he gains center. Shoots it in, blockered away by Skinner. The puck to the left wing corner in the Edmonton zone. Hurdle on the inboards. Pearson's in there too. Connor Brown will get to it for Edmonton. Off the right wing side and in. Theodore will go in behind his net. He'll stop. Left wing to McNabb. McNabb through the middle of the ice to Pearson. Into the Oiler end. Went to shoot it. Fanned on it. The puck goes to the side of the goal. Draisaitl now on the inboards. Right wing corner, puck bounced out by Wallman. White Cloud in his own end, but he's got Podkolzin who came barreling in there. Got it to Haig though. Haig through the middle, and Schwint will just get it out.
TD Forrest is still talking to Connor. I'm worried about a shoulder with McDavid, but we'll see.
Through the middle, off the stick. Carlson, and Nurse has it, and at the Edmonton blue line, it gets to Kapanen, comes in on the right side, a shot, bad save by Hill. Draisaitl rims it around to Stetcher on the right point. Got it low to Draisaitl, left wing corner to the blue line. Nurse, a shot, saved by Hill, and he'll cover that up. Everybody goes hard to the front of the net. Trent Frederick right in the middle of it. We're going to take a break with 3:42 to go here in a scoreless first. The Oilers take on the Golden Knights in Game 5. From the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know The Brick is proudly Canadian-owned and operated? We started right here in Canada over 50 years ago. Now, our 5,000 team members are proud to be your neighbor in more than 200 communities across Canada. And we support all Canadians with a growing selection of quality-made Canadian products and manufacturers. Nobody knows more about furnishing Canadian homes at the guaranteed lowest price than us. The Brick, saving you more.
At Northern Lakes College, students work, raise their family, and complete their certificate, diploma, or partnership degree. With NLC's supported distance learning model, you can do it all in a flexible online classroom. Explore a variety of programs from academic upgrading to university studies, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. Skate into your new career in a learning environment that works for you. NorthernLakesCollege.ca. The education you want, the flexibility you deserve.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace. Repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Scoreless. Oilers and the Golden Knights, 3:42 to go in the first period here in Game 5. Edmonton leads the series 3-1.
TD Forrest is still talking to Connor McDavid. We saw him bring, I thought it was a towel. I wonder whether or not Connor's leaking a little.
Broke up a 2-on-1, went hard into the end boards. Then slowly to the Edmonton bench. Still on the bench. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Face-off will be to the right of Hill. Puck to the left wing point. Nurse down the left wing, comes out to Kane. The shot and his save made by Hill. He had to recover to get his pad on it. Kane Kane will scoop it into the corner. White Cloud in behind the net. Run it up the right wing now out to center ice, and it's brought in. Hurdle dropping in. A shot by Dorofiev, and he just put it wide.
That guy can shoot the puck.
Through the middle, Henrique to Stetcher. Into the Vegas zone to Brown. To Henrique, but it went off the heel of his stick. And Wall will come out with it. Into the Oilers zone, goes to the left wing corner. Slows up, his pass off of Henrique and right to Skinner, and he covers it with 3:02 to go here in the scoreless first, and we got some pushing in front of the Edmonton net. Hill got caught up at the side of the net. He had to recover. Otherwise, Kane would have scored.
Well, this is McDavid's first shift since he careened into the boards, so he's out there. See how long the shift is for. It almost looked like they were looking at his cheek or his jaw or something. D-zone drop, and they got Eichel out against McDavid here.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. To the right point, Pietrangelo down the right wing. To Howden. Howden lost it, top of the circle in the Edmonton end. Nugent Hopkins will flip it out. Won't be hard enough for icing. Hill's got to play it. Rips it off the glass. And got it out to the neutral zone. Eichel to Pietrangelo in his own end. Cross ice to Hanifin. Through the middle, Eichel off his stick. It goes right down to Skinner. Left wing corner. It's Kulak to Nugent Hopkins. Over to Brent Kulak on the right wing. Hits something on the glass. Goes to the middle, and McDavid got it out. Inside his own end, Shea Theodore for the Golden Knights. To McNabb on the left, cross ice. Carlson at the Edmonton blue line will shoot it in. 2:10 to go here in a scoreless first period. Carlson along the right wing boards. Behind the net to Smith. Trying to get it back to Carlson. Instead, Wallman there for Edmonton to the blue line. It hits McNabb. Puck goals and been able to grind that thing out to center ice. Barbashev will shoot it in. And then Bouchard's pass. That one broken up by Carlson. Podkolzin now trying to squeeze up the left side. He does. For Draisaitl. Cross ice, but it went through the skates of Kapanen. Barbashev brings it right back in to Carlson. Can't get a shot. Tied up by Klingberg. Puck goes to the left wing corner. It's along the boards. Lifted. A stick was lifted, and Draisaitl will get it out. Into the Vegas zone on the right wing. Kapanen had it hacked away from him, and Carlson will go high in the air and out with it. Bounced, goes off the stick of, knocked down by the high stick of Kolasar. And we get the whistle. Minute 16 to go here in a scoreless first period. Shots 8-5 for Edmonton. Faceoff will be outside the Edmonton blue line. Mark Perry and Frederick out there with Klingberg and Nurse.
This has been a low event hockey game.
White Cloud at center ice. Flips it in. Glove down by Nurse. Let's get it out. When it hit Kolasar, goes into the Edmonton bench. 1:09 to go here in the first period. Faceoff's going to stay outside the blue line. Great to have you on board wherever you are along the Oilers Radio Network tonight. Thank you for tuning us in. Janmark into the faceoff circle with Schwint. And there's a penalty coming up. And the Edmonton Oilers are about to go on the power play. Keegan Kolasar is going to go to the box with a 106.
Number 55, too much for tripping.
A tripping call to Kolasar. 106 to go on a scoreless first.
Oilers have yet to score on the road on the power play in these playoffs. Glorious opportunity right here.
Kolasar got his stick between the skates.
A little bit of an unlucky
Frederick,
play.
Yep. Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Edmonton just 1 for 9 on the power play in this series against the Golden Knights. Face-off will be to the right of Aiden Hill. Draisaitl into the face-off circle with Eichel.
Eichel's done a really good job at D-zone draws with PK.
Goes to the corner. McNabb looks through the middle and banks it off the left wing boards and down the ice.
One to go.
We're in the last minute of the first. Game still at 0s as Bouchard on the right. To Draisaitl in over the Vegas line. Cross-ice pass picked off by Eichel. And Eichel's going to get it out. And he almost got it to Carlson. Instead, it hit Nugent Hopkins and went out of play. Or hit Perry and went out of play.
I was lucky that it hit Perry.
Yeah.
It had a chance for a break up the ice there. So much talent on this Oilers power play. Hasn't had quite the same groove as the prior 5 years, but has been opportunistic when they've scored on the power play this season. Think of the LA game in game number 3. Right after the challenge.
Yep. McDavid through the middle, 35 seconds to go in the period on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins into the Vegas zone. Rims on the right. Perry in the right wing corner. Up the boards to Draisaitl, comes across the blue line. Down the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He's top of the circle. Into the middle on the blue line to Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl to Bouchard. Right wing to McDavid. David to the point. 10 seconds to go in the period. For Bouchard is shot off the stick of Perry. It goes wide of the net. Puck on the left wing. Perry back to the blue line. Just a couple seconds left. Bouchard, his shot doesn't get through. Now it went to Hill and he gloved it. But the period had come to an end. And the Edmonton Oilers will have 54 seconds of power play time to start off the second period. But still at 0s after the opening 20. And like you said, low event, absolutely. A lot of great opportunities either way.
Vegas has to respect what Edmonton can do in transition and off the rush, and the Oilers have clearly emphasized that themselves. It's been part of what they're trying to do. So you have about a minute to work with here in the power play to start the second period. And Connor McDavid gutting it out after careening into the boards. It's a long-range bomber from Bouchard. Did it get through? No, it did not. It hit Braden McNabb. And then Draisaitl whacked at it. And I think it's going to count as a shot. Shouldn't, unless they're going to say it's going wide. Right now they got the shots at 8-5 for the Oilers.
Yeah, it was tough sledding. Trent Frederick downstairs, Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer upstairs. Trent, what do you think of that first period?
It was a little sloppy at first. It's a good checking game, but I thought we got going there towards the end.
It's do or die for those guys. They're down one of their players, so they're going to be playing with, they don't have Mark Stone. But this is really about what you guys do tonight, isn't it, Trent?
Yeah, I think every game we play in, it's about us. Tonight, it's about us being disciplined. And when we get our moment to put it in the back net, we will, but play good defense.
Yeah, how important is puck management in a game like this?
Yeah, it's very important. A lot of goals have been scored off the rush in this series, and that's where a lot of the offense comes from, so taking care of that.
All right, Trent, thanks very much.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Bob.
All right, there's Trent Frederick downstairs, the Edmonton Oilers, and the Vegas Golden Knights scoreless after the first period of this Game 5.
There's no other way to say this. It was
not much going on.
Well, this was frankly a bit like the game that was played in here earlier in the year that Vegas won 1-0.
Yeah.
The Oilers turned it on in the third period, outshot Vegas 16-8, 28-17 overall. I thought Vegas did a good job of where they put the pucks and applied pressure. And the Oilers, I don't think really were able to roll over lines and get tempo and pace going. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at this with the recognition that you're playing one of the best teams in the league, the Oilers had some chances in and around the net, and Hill came up big on those chances and got a little bit lucky. Like Klingberg made a great play, just missed the Edmonton Oilers. You know what happened? I think McDavid actually got a stick. I'm just watching it again. Went into the boards. Might have gotten a stick there.
Okay.
From old. He looked a little askew after, but the Oilers missed a couple chances in and around the net to get sticks on pucks. Couldn't quite do it. And Hill looks like locked in so far, and Vegas didn't have a lot of opportunities. So you're going to have to capitalize on the power play when you do get the chance, because there might not be a lot there tonight, Cam.
Oilers will have some power play time to start off the second period. We're scoreless after 20. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they got the intermission for you when we come back. Game 5 from T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 CHED Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on CHED Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 CHED, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Behind the net, Perry to the right wing point. Bouchard will get the puck. He'll shoot it towards the net. Saved by Hill. The rebound jabbed on net. Saved by Hill. And the puck at the side of the goal. And finally, Aiden Hill will cover it up.
And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the first intermission. After 20 minutes of play, we are scoreless between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. Rob Brown joining us here in the first intermission. Kind of the boys call it correctly, low event first period. Nobody wants to make too much of a mistake or any big gaffes. They just kind of got through it. Aiden Hill made some big saves, though.
He did. I don't think either team had a whole lot of grade A looks. Stuart Skinner was solid, but really didn't face anything too treacherous. Aiden Hill, there was a broken play where Janmark had a bit of a whack from the side of the net that found a little bit of openness, but really not a grade A look either. Both teams playing very good defensive hockey. The Vegas Golden Knights are missing one of their best players, one of their top scorers, so they've certainly playing a much tighter defensive game. And Edmonton realized big game, expecting Vegas to come out hot, weather a storm. I don't think either team had a storm in the first 20 minutes. There was only really one mistake made in that period, and that was at the end of the period, Keegan Colasar taking, frankly, a silly penalty. Your team has played an almost perfect period, and you take a tripping penalty off a faceoff in the neutral zone. Off a faceoff, you won.
Yes.
And it gives the Oilers a power play. Now, they didn't score in the first half, but they get a fresh ice, fresh group to start the second period. That's not what you want to do. And the coach, Bruce Cassidy, will not be happy with Colasar in that one.
Oilers will have a 54-second slop over into the second period with the man advantage there. To nobody's surprise, Vegas pushing and shoving a little more physically into this, but that's pretty much what you got to expect in the situation that they're in right now.
Yeah, but it's still nothing major. The one thing I was surprised at is that there hasn't been any bumping of Stuart Skinner. Aiden Hill probably got hit 6 times last game and threw about 6 hits. Stuart Skinner really unscathed that game and again tonight. And, the Oilers have goaltending issues with the fact that Pickard, the guy that won 6 straight, isn't dressed. So I'm a little surprised that Vegas hasn't been more aggressive going to the blue paint, and give credit to the Oilers defensemen just not allowing the Vegas Golden Knights to get into that area. So both teams, I thought, played very good defensive hockey. And again, one mistake made, and that was a penalty by Vegas.
Right. I say it was a low event. First period, I guess the only event was Connor McDavid breaking up a 2-on-1, slides into the boards heavily. Looked like he got hurt. We don't really know what happened there, but he did appear back on the ice at some point, so I guess everything's fine.
Well, as he was coming through, there was 3 players that all met at the same spot, and it looks like either a stick or a glove caught him in the lip. He looks like he's got a fat lip, and you saw the trainer there, you know, touching it up a little bit. So to me, that was probably it. There's always a fear when someone goes that fast into the boards. I never had to deal with that because I could never go half that fast. But I would imagine someone going with that kind of speed, there's always, you know, a little worry. And then when it's number 97, but yeah, to me, it was probably took one to the face and had it looked at, but this is the playoffs. Every player is playing hurt. That's why it's one of those funny things. 2 days after a team gets knocked out, I just turn on their post-game interviews to find out how many surgeries that team is about to go through. Yeah. Because players play through anything come playoff time.
Okay, so if you're Chris Knobloch, what do you suggest to the boys, or do you do nothing? You just say, hey, let's keep playing like that?
Well, he'll go in with 3 different things, 3 things that he saw. He'll probably talk a little bit about the power play. They'll probably discuss, you know, continue to get traffic in front. The Oilers had a couple nice face-off plays, a really good play that Kane got a one-timer off of. And he'll also keep mentioning, you know, do not take penalties going into the blue crease of Aiden Hill, but get around him. As you saw in that period, Evander Kane almost scored off the face-off play because Aiden Hill was distracted. He kind of gave a shove to Adam Henrique, who wasn't in the blue paint, and then had to come back and make kind of an awkward save on Kane. So I would just keep reminding him, do not take penalties in the blue crease, but get around there. Let Aiden Hill initiate, and A, you might get a penalty, or B, you might distract him.
Make him think about you just a little bit. And you're right on that play. Was that the short side shot by Kane? Because he didn't miss by much on that one.
No, this was one that it was a left leg save by Hill.
Oh, yep,
it was right off the face-off, and Henrique went to the post, and Aiden Hill turned to the right to push Henrique, and then as he was turning back, he was deep in his net and had to go on his knees and made a kind of a desperation save on Evander Kane, but it was just ill-advised on Aiden Hill. Now, Aiden Hill is a very good goaltender, and the emotional part of the game doesn't seem to affect the saves. But at some point, you're going to cause yourself a little distress by focusing on things that are out of your control. And that one, focus on the shot. Don't focus on the player beside the net. Let the ref look after that, because that Evander Kane almost caught Hill looking the wrong way.
Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up in intermission number 2. Oilers will have a 54-second slop over on their power play to begin the second period. We'll see what happens. Shots on goal that period, by the way, favoring the Oilers 8-5. But there's no score on the board. It's 0-0 after 20 minutes of play. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, give me something big.
The Ford It's a Big Deal event is on.
Bigger.
Get a big truck and an even bigger deal.
Love it. Now the details.
Right now, lease a 2025 F-150 STX with the black appearance package from $220 bi-weekly at 0% APR for 24 months with $43.75 down. That's like $110 weekly.
Now bring it home.
Plus, there's a $750 bonus for eligible Ford owners. Hurry into your Alberta Ford store. Visit Ford.ca today.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians.
What's up, Oilers fans, hockey fans from all over the world? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight for the Oilers and the Golden Knights live from Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and hopefully the Golden Knights will stay in Vegas after tonight, and the Oilers will be heading to the Western Conference Finals with a victory. Come on, chat, let's go. Cheer on those Oilers loud. And while you're at it, please don't forget to do the normal YouTube stuff. Hit that like button, share this link out so we can get more hockey fans here in the chat cheering on our Oilers representing Canada and hanging out during our Playoff Pulse campaign. As a reminder, check the link that's pinned in the chat and donate if you are able. If you're not able to donate, that's cool. We get it. Times are tough. Share that link out as well and see if some of your friends would like to benefit SickKids Hospital or donate to the Playoff Pulse campaign. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for keeping it classy. Now let's get back to the hockey. Go Oilers, go! Make Canada proud. Come on, Edmonton, let's go!
Her across the street near the Edmonton Islamic Academy, but she got away and the man drove off in a small gray vehicle. You'll find an image of that as well in the story. And the Castle Downs Point condo building in North Edmonton has been sold after being found structurally unsound back in 2023, with the new owners trying to decide if it's a teardown. Meanwhile, the evacuated condo owners say the selling price is not nearly enough to cover their expenses, with one of the owners expecting to be out around $100,000 and having to declare bankruptcy. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the stream. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
Ready to score big on your outdoor space? It's game time with Park Landscaping. Transform your backyard into a winning arena with Park Landscaping's expert team. From design to maintenance of lush lawns and state-of-the-art synthetic turf to inviting pools and captivating water features, Park Landscaping will make your outdoor space the MVP. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with Park Landscaping. Call 780-486-2744 today or email info@parklandscaping.ca.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across oil country, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make oil country a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Just one other NHL game tonight. It was in Toronto where the Leafs were hosting the Florida Panthers. That series was tied at 2. Not anymore. Florida beating the Leafs 6-1. Sergei Bobrovsky with 31 saves posting the win. And Jesper Bokvist with 1 goal and 1 assist. And Sam Reinhart with 2 helpers in that one. Panthers now up in the series 3-2. Game number 6 goes in Sunrise coming up on Friday with a chance to eliminate the Toronto Maple Leafs from postseason action. That's your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Hang in there. The second period is coming up next. This is, it's going to be exciting this second period. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
You can't win it all without a great team, and Portage College is ready to see you through your educational journey. With certificates, diplomas, apprenticeships, degree pathways, and micro-credentials, Portage College has options for everyone. Take advantage of their small class sizes and true community feel, and you'll have all the support you need to complete your education and take your next step on the way to greatness. Visit portagecollege.ca to learn more about Portage College's programs and services. Portage College, it's about you.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Getting ready for the second period of play. Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights scoreless here in Game 5. And the Oilers, this is Oil Country Playoffs 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. That last raffle, over $6.1 million. Tonight's jackpot, $618,000. And this one's just getting started. So get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Edmonton with 54 seconds of power play time to start this second period.
I want to shoot a few more pucks. A little deselective on the power play. Sometimes coaches don't like the power plays that get split up over an intermission, but it doesn't give you the chance to have the entire first unit on the ice.
Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com as it's shot down into the Oilers zone. Bouchard out from behind the net through the middle, now comes up the left wing. Off the boards to McDavid. Connor McDavid through the middle of the ice into the Vegas end. Knocked off his stick, goes to the right wing corner. They get in there with McNabb. McNabb can't clear it out. Draisaitl has it on the right wing, top of the circle. Turns towards the boards to the blue line to Bouchard across to Nugent-Hopkins. Left wing to McDavid. McDavid to the blue line to Bouchard to Connor McDavid to Bouchard waiting over to Draisaitl on the right wing. Draisaitl, top of the circle. Holds on to it to Bouchard. It's shot. And that one clangs off a few bodies. Goes over to the left wing. And it's McDavid to the high swat. Nugent-Hopkins over to Draisaitl. His shot saved by Hill. The penalty expires. Edmonton 0 for 1 on the power play. It's behind the net. Zach Hyman over to the right wing. Cycles the puck to Draisaitl. He's along the right wing boards. Gets tied up there with McNabb. Pokes the puck over to McDavid. And Carlson able to break it up. Will rim it down the ice. Should be icing. No icing waved off.
So Oilers 0 for 1 with the extra man. Waited probably at the end of the day. They got one shot on goal in that power play. Liked a little bit more than that, Cam.
Long pass off of Henrique's stick into the Vegas end. Minute and a half gone here in the second. This game still waiting for its first goal. Olofsson at his own blue line for Vegas. On the left wing to Hanifin. Will shoot it in. Puck rims on the right. On top of the circle in the Edmonton zone of Andrew Kane. Cross ice. And on the right wing. And puck played into the zone. On the right side by Brown. It comes right back out. And it's Eichel into the Edmonton end. His pass to the middle. The shot save made by Skinner off of Olofsson.
Best opportunity of the game, either team. And Skinner answered the bell there.
Nurse to center ice. Will shoot it in. Edmonton makes the change. Great save there by Stuart Skinner. Off of Olofsson. He was right in the slot. Puck through the middle. Off of Eichel. It goes into the Edmonton end. Wallman in behind his net. Now out. Throw it across to Klingberg. Now through the middle of Frederick. He'll direct it in. He goes after it. Into the corner with Haig. Up against the boards. Hurdle. Will clear it out. Janmark to Wallman. Janmark to Wallman. Then breaking it up was Dorofeev to the right wing point. White Cloud shot off the stick of Frederick. That goes out of play. 2 minutes, 47 seconds gone in the second, and the game's still at zeros.
Fortress, please welcome in the house.
David's going to come out here and up. Willie O'Ree here.
Wow.
Hockey Hall of Famer.
Yep.
So they're hard matching Carlson against McDavid. Carlson's a tremendous two-way center. Generates some offense. Huge plus player. I think he's like plus 45 in his career in the playoffs, Cam.
It goes to the left wing point. Quick shot from that left point by Hanifin. Did not get it through. And McDavid to the line off of Hanifin. It's kept in. Carlson on the right to Smith, and he whistled it over the Edmonton net. Puck cleared out.
They're doing a lot of things to win a lot of puck battles, Cam.
Pietrangelo to Smith, taken to the boards. Puck goes to the corner. Barbashev had it poked away from him, and Pietrangelo in from the right wing point. He'll keep it in. On the inboards to Smith. Won't get it to Barbashev. Now it does get to Barbashev, and he has it left corner. Off the left wing boards to the blue line. Hannafin to Pietrangelo. On the right to Carlson. Carlson into the right wing corner. He might go to the net, and it's shot off the stick of McDavid. Left wing point, Hannafin to Pietrangelo. His shot, save made by Skinner. He'll hold on. Pietrangelo is looking for a redirection, never got it. Barbashev getting into it a bit here with Bouchard. 3:43 gone here in the second, still at 0.
Well, they've had a good couple shifts here. Oilers lost a little bit of momentum off of that power play. I think that's fair to say.
I think so.
I mean, that was a low event first period. Shots were 8-5. Maybe 1-1 for A-grade scoring opportunities, and one here for Vegas in the second.
Face off to the left of Stuart Skinner. Hurdle out of the face-off circle. Dorofeev will come in to take one. It's kicked back into the left wing corner. Flipped up and out by Nurse. And a bouncing puck into the neutral zone. Goes to Stetcher on the right wing. Can't get a pass through. Another chance to Podkolzin. Now to Draisaitl. He can steer it in. The puck along the boards. And Haig will flip it out. Nurse at center ice. Shoots it back in. Cross corner. Haig on the left wing. Out to center ice area. Stetcher to Nurse. Inside his own blue line to Troy Stetcher. Through the middle, off of Kapanen. Hill comes out of his net, sets it behind the net. Now he misplayed it. He lost it. It was jammed in to the side by Podkolzin, but cleared out. And it'll go all the way down the ice for icing against the Golden Knights. It's Podkolzin trying to take advantage of a misplay behind the net by the netminder, Aiden Hill. Face-off will be to Hill's right. 4:31 gone here in the second. It's game 5. Edmonton leads the series 3-1. Henrique, Kane, and Brown out there with Wallman and Klingberg. Puck goes to Wallman, left wing point. Snaps a pass to Brown. He'll go cross ice. Klingberg in the right wing corner towards the net. And that off of Henrique. Henrique's got it on the right wing and got checked on the play by Dorofeev. Across to Haig. Up the right side to Waugh. He gets pressured by Wallman. Loose puck to Brown. Brown to the middle. The shot. Glove saved by Aiden Hill.
And that might have been the Oilers' cleanest look for a while. Good job by Wallman. He pinched on the boards, and as a right shot, Brown cuts in the middle. He didn't get all of it. The Oilers didn't have a net front screen there either.
You're right. Good job by Wallman.
Yeah.
Pinches in from the left point. Created a loose puck as he hit Waugh. Off to the right of Hill. Henrique taking the draw against Schwint. Henrique wins it. Puck on the left wing point. Nurse on the left side to Brown to Nurse. He'll walk to the middle. A shot. That's booted out by Hill. The right wing. Schwint can get the puck to center ice to Kolasar. Into the Edmonton zone on the right. In front of the net. The save made by Skinner from a sharp angle. Puck up near the blue line. Brown will get it out. His pass hit a skate, goes all the way down. Puck in the left side. Kane got to it first and shot it off the outside of the net.
2 tough puck touches in a row from Aiden Hill. Something to keep an eye on here.
Schwint will shoot it in. In behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard over to the right wing. Poked up the right wing boards. It does come out to center ice. Hyman after it. It goes to the side of the Vegas net. Pietrangelo to center to Colasar. Lost it to Bouchard. Only got it to the Vegas blue line. Eichel to the middle. Pietrangelo comes into the Edmonton zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Along the boards on the left to Eichel. Is passed to the middle of the ice. And that one just swatted away before Olofsson could get a shot. Near the top of the circle it goes. Comes up into the air. Olofsson pinching down. Runs into Nugent Hopkins.
Another battle at Vegas 1 here.
Eichel taken to the boards by McDavid. It's top of the circle. Nugent Hopkins will flip it out. Scoreless here in the second. 6.5 gone. It's game 5 of this second round series. Eichel in on the left wing. Stops on the left wing inside the Edmonton zone. Top of the circle to the blue line. Hanifin shot. And that one blocked. And the puck flipped out. Gloved down by Hanifin. Otherwise, Kapanen had a breakaway.
Tough play for Connor there. He didn't quite get the touch on the pass that he was looking.
Kulak in the left wing corner of the Edmonton zone. Up the boards to Nugent Hopkins. He can lift it the rest of the way in. Draisaitl's in on the forecheck, providing pressure in the left wing corner of the Vegas end. It's near the top of the circle. Carlson will get it to the line. Couldn't get it out. Here's Podkolzin, left wing for Draisaitl. To the blue line. The shot by Wallman doesn't get through.
Podkolzin had a chance to shoot. He didn't.
Carlson just got it out. Draisaitl's pass picked off by Smith. Riley Smith to center ice, and he'll dump it in. Wallman wheels in behind the net. The left wing to Draisaitl. Penalty coming up to the Golden Knights when they touch it. In over the line, Podkolzin to the middle of the ice. Here's the shot on the right side by Kapanen. Saved by Hill, but Edmonton's going on the power play. Interference call way in behind the play.
Wallman got knocked flying. Ooh.
Little gathering thereafter, but we get it all split up. We've played 7 minutes, 31 seconds of the second. Still at zeros, the Oilers and the Golden Knights. When we come back, Edmonton is on the power play. From the T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas, it's For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the all-new Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
Did you hear what happened to Rick while he was building his fence?
Yeah, he hit a natural gas line. They had to evacuate his entire neighborhood at dinner time, too. I bet he didn't make any new friends that day.
It cost him a ton to get the line repaired. I wonder why he didn't get his underground utilities marked.
Don't be that person. If you're digging on your property, request a locate for natural gas lines. It's free and can prevent serious injury or financial loss. And you won't upset the neighbors. Visit clickbeforeyoudig.com. A safety message brought to you by ATCO.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Ivan Barbashev goes off for interference. Edmonton goes on their second power play. This game's still at zeros. We played 7 minutes and 31 seconds of the second period.
Edmonton's been really good at home on the power play. You know, and they're 6-12 or 6-10 at home. That's 60%. But they're now 0 for 13 on the road. And part of it is they don't shoot enough. I mean, it comes back to the same thing. And what happens is when you're on the road and they get a kill against this vaunted Oilers power play, it's a mammoth momentum swing. Oilers got to shoot if they get some puck possession off the draw.
Puck goes to the blue line. Bouchard on the left to Nugent Hopkins. A shot, and it's blocked by Pietrangelo. Bump back to the point. Bouchard, left wing to Nugent Hopkins. To Evan Bouchard in the middle. He'll shoot it just wide of the Vegas net, and the puck comes out to the neutral zone.
Well, that was the right idea. Hyman's out there instead of Perry, by the way.
Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Oilers bring the puck in on the left wing. Nugent Hopkins into the corner to McDavid. He'll get it back to the point. Bouchard lugs it to the middle. Goes across to Nugent Hopkins. Left wing corner to McDavid. In behind the net to the right. Up the right wing boards. Turns back to the corner. Gave it to Leon Draisaitl. He's in the right corner looking in front of the net. Can't get a pass through. Instead, back to the blue line to Bouchard. Right wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl holds on. He'll shoot it. Saved by Hill. And the rebound to Carlson. He'll clear it out. Draisaitl at center ice on the right wing. 49 seconds to go in the man advantage. Just got the puck into Vegas territory. Pietrangelo in front of his net's got some room and some time, and he'll get it out and all the way down. Bouchard out from, or in behind the Edmonton net. We're 9 minutes into the second. The game's still at zeros. It's game 5 of the second round series. McDavid through center ice, gathers speed. On the right wing, in over the line to Draisaitl, left side. Nurse looking towards the net. Is shot. Glove save made by Hill. There'll be a face-off in the Vegas zone. 21 seconds to go in the power play for Edmonton. Hit the second unit out there. Henrique, Kane, Perry, Wallman, Klingberg.
One thing about Kane, he'll shoot it, and Wallman will shoot it right away.
Michael taking the draw for the Golden Knights, but Henrique wins it. Klingberg goes to the middle of the ice, over to the right, across to Kane, a shot! And that one's off the arm of Hill, up into the air, and Eichel will get it down the ice. You're right, didn't take Kane long to fire that on goal. Up the left wing, Henrique into the middle of the ice for Wallman. In over the Vegas line, Kane gets it across to Perry. Penalty is over, puck to the blue line. Klingberg will keep it in. Edmonton 0 for 2 on the power play. Barbashev inside his own end. Out through the middle of the ice to Eichel.
You know how this game works. The Oilers are going to get it the next penalty.
Inside the Edmonton zone. Kane able to get it out. It went off his skate. Now Henrique. Missed Kane with the pass. Coming out through the middle is Dorofia. For a wall, but he had his stick lifted. It goes into the Edmonton zone. Stetcher on the right wing board. Slides off the check. Goes through the middle. His pass hit Frederick. Right in the skate. Puck at center ice. Dorofia will shoot it in. Stetcher on the inboards. On the right wing to Connor Brown. To the corner to Stetcher. He's being pressured. Puck comes loose. And it's in behind the net. Hurdle will get it back to the point for Theodore. He bounced it to the side of the goal. Waugh tried a backhand, went off the end of his stick, and Frederick will get it out. Puck in the neutral zone, and past the Hurdle on the right wing. Stood up at the Edmonton blue line by Nurse. Janmark will get the puck in on the left wing of the Vegas end. To Brown in the corner. Janmark had it come out to Frederick, and his backhand just wide. Hurdle on the right side for the Golden Knights.
Oilers need to change. They're caught up ice here, Cam.
Dorofiev will shoot it in. Gloved by Skinner. He'll set it down. 8:49 to go in the second period. Still in zeros. Here in game 5, Kulak to center ice. Shoots it in. And Trangelo on the right. To Schwint. Bumped by Podkolzin. It's in there. Skates in the neutral zone. Dug out by Kapanen. Kulak to Kapanen, to Brent Kulak. Now to Draisaitl, off the right wing boards, into the corner of the Vegas end. Around to Podkolzin, went over his stick though. Kolasar will get it out.
Good work on the backtrack there from Kapanen.
Flip to the Vegas blue line. Pietrangelo, only to the Edmonton line, that's it. And it comes back to him. To Kolasar. Kolasar will shoot it in. Gloved by Skinner. And set it to Kulak. Kulak out through the middle of the ice. To Bouchard on the left wing. And it was Hyman, and pass to the corner. That stepping in front of that was McNabb. We'll get it up the right side and out. Helped out by Riley Smith. Nugent Hopkins will shoot it in on the backhand. It goes to the right wing corner. McNabb taken hard into the boards by Hyman. Puck along the right wing. McDavid walks to the middle. Didn't get a lot on his shot, and it's steered aside by the stick of Hill. Puck on the left wing point. Wallman keeping it in. Hits the end glass. Battling in there's Nugent Hopkins. To the right wing corner to McDavid. To the blue line. Klingberg on the right to McDavid. He'll get it in front of the net. That goes off a skate over to Nugent Hopkins. To the point. Klingberg shot over to the side, and Hyman couldn't get a stick on it. The puck cleared out. Barbashev will flip it in. Klingberg in behind the Edmonton net to Nugent Hopkins. And he'll bring it out with 6:55 to go in the second. The game's still at zeros. Nugent Hopkins shoots it in. Stick save made by Hill. Pietrangelo on the right wing to Barbashev. Now out to center ice, and Olofsson will shoot it in. Stetcher's got it in the right corner of the Edmonton zone across to Nurse. Nurse skates in front of the net. Vegas backs off a bit. Nurse will wait. Out through center to Stetcher. And that is chopped out of play, and we get the whistle with 6:21 to go here in the second period. The Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights still at zeros. Shot 17-8 in favor of Edmonton. We're going to take a break. Game 5 from the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Hockey season is back, and so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Play Alberta has hundreds of casino games right at your fingertips. Join thousands discovering why Fortune Coin is one of Alberta's most popular games. Fill your reels with golden coins. Multiply your prizes up to 6 times and turn good spins into legendary ones. Land the Fortune Coin symbol to win cash. Trigger the jackpot. Launch the free spins bonus and watch as the dragon takes over your screen. New players get 100 free spins only on playalberta.ca. Claim your offer today. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we are here at the T-Mobile Arena in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home, no payments, no interest for 1 year. 6:21 to go in the second period. Still at zeros. The Oilers in the Golden Knights. Face-offs at center after that puck had gone out of play before the break. Eichel in over the Edmonton line on the left. Give it to Howden. His cross-ice pass hits a stick, and out through center is Draisaitl. Into the Vegas end of Podkolzin. He'll get it to the middle. The shot saved by Hill, and Stetcher jumped up into the play. Eichel will bring it out. Down the right wing, forced in behind the net. Can't get a pass to the middle. It goes to McNabb. Drills it on net. The save made by Skinner. Happening through the middle of the ice to Podkolzin. Into the Vegas end to Nurse. Nurse left wing corner. Pass goes off of Podkolzin over to the boards. Howden hit hard by Podkolzin. Puck flipped out to center. Perry in over the line to Frederick on the left wing to Perry. It goes into the left wing corner of the Vegas zone. On the left wing, Janmark. And behind the net, going to break it up, was Haig. Put it off the glass and out of play. 5:19 to go here in the second. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights. We will take a break. It's Game 5 from the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, and this is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers up 3-1 in this second round series with the Vegas Golden Knights, but this game 5 is tied at 0. 5:19 to go in the second period.
Oilers are going to load up a line here. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman together, coming out of back-to-back commercial breaks.
Kulak and Bouchard on the back end. Carlson taking the draw for the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo was behind the net, didn't get to it. Draisaitl got to it first, has it on the right wing. He got tied up. Pietrangelo can't clear it through the middle. McDavid is passed to Hyman. Now it's just broken up.
Got to shoot.
Carlson is center ice. He'll dump it in.
At some point, you got to put more pucks.
Carlson pass through the middle, nobody there, and through the middle, it's Hyman for Edmonton. He'll get into the Vegas zone to the right wing. Now to Bouchard across, he was looking for McDavid. Just missed him, and Barbashev comes into the Edmonton zone on the right. Throws it across, missed Smith with it. Carlson, left wing corner to Smith in behind the Oiler goal. To the right wing point, Pietrangelo waiting, shoots it towards the net. It hit Carlson. It's on the right wing boards. Carlson trying to shimmy out of that right wing corner, is passed to the middle. And that's picked off. McDavid will get to center ice for the Oilers. In over the line. Pass on the right, a little behind Draisaitl. White Cloud will get it out. Up in the air and out.
It's rare. Edmonton had a chance for a late developing 3-on-2 and couldn't negotiate contact. Connors had some awesome games in the playoffs. Puck luck hasn't been there for him tonight.
Jake Wallman off the glass and out. It will not be icing. Todd Colson to the left wing corner in the Vegas zone. He takes a hit. Haig with the puck on the left wing. Dorofeev can't clear it. Todd Colson battles in the right wing corner. Kapanen to assist. Pushes it around to the left side. Puck goes to White Cloud through the middle of the ice. On the right wing to Waugh. Waugh into the Edmonton end. Now to the left wing. The shot, the save made by Skinner. And behind the net. Waugh goes over to the right. Waugh to Dorofeev. Dorofeev to the blue line. The shot by McNabb. Tipped just wide. And the puck on the right wing in the Edmonton zone. Vegas putting some pressure on. To the right wing point. Hurdle across the line. Theodore will walk in. Down the left wing and shot save made by Skinner. And Skinner will cover it up with 2:58 to go in the second. And this game's still scoreless.
I wonder if that's going to make Chris Knobloch maybe not load up that line there. A little bit different shift, and they got to the Oilers. Had a couple good looks as Klingberg got caught reaching on Dorofeev, but Skinner equal to the task. It's the best surge for a while from Vegas. Oilers out shooting the Golden Knights 18-12. And it started back in the Vegas zone. Oilers Kapanen and closing down low, crashing and banging, but they got cut up a little bit. Look out.
Goes to the left wing point. Hanifin drills a shot, booted out by Skinner. And the puck to center ice and down the left wing. Brown. He'll get towards the net and has to go to the right wing corner with it. Hacks it behind the goal over the stick of Kane. The left wing point. Puck camped in by Stetcher. It's in the left wing corner of the Vegas zone. Kane. Rim it back to the right wing point. Stetcher to Henrique to Stetcher. Off the end glass. Left side to Kane. Pokes it to the blue line. Nurse down the left wing. And it rims on the right. Goes to the middle of the ice. And Howden out through the middle. And it's Howden into the Edmonton end. Goes to the right corner. Brown on him behind the net to Olofsson. Stetcher knocked him down. Flipped out by Connor Brown.
What is he, a full-scale change here?
Turning it up. White Cloud. Carlson off his stick and in. We're under 2 to go here in the second. Centering pass to Carlson off the arm of Skinner. Puck in the left wing corner. Barbashev to the point. Haig to White Cloud. His shot in front and just put wide by Barbashev. Carlson to the blue line to Barbashev on the right. He'll shoot it wide of the net. Haig from the left wing point. Let it go. Stick saved by Skinner on a sharp angle. Smith, his pass to the point. Hit a stick and it'll go down the ice.
Oilers got to get a couple guys off the ice here. Stetcher's got to get off. He's exhausted.
That hit somebody at the Edmonton bench. I think he did. That's why we got the whistle with 1:23 to go here in the second. The game's still scoreless. But Vegas with great pressure.
I thought they were checking too many men on the ice against Edmonton. There might be too many on Edmonton.
There is a discussion in front of the penalty box.
I think it's too many men against the Oilers. No. Well, now, were they thinking that
maybe where the face-off was?
Or what about the glass?
Because at first they said the face-offs are going to be inside, and now it's outside. So I'm guessing they were discussing the location of that.
Edmonton very lucky that puck didn't ricochet home.
Carlson hit the post.
They've had 3 dominating. The Oilers are going to go back to McDavid and Draisaitl here. Perry. Okay. It's a long shift for Perry.
Couple days away from his 40th birthday. Courtney Perry. Pietrangelo with it inside his own end. Up the right wing, off of Olofsson. Kulak back for it. Or the cross to Bouchard through the middle to McDavid through center ice. McDavid to Bouchard. Now on the left wing to Draisaitl. Over the Vegas blue line. And drop the puck. McDavid into the left wing corner to Perry. Perry top of the circle. Last minute here in the second. Still scoreless. Breaking things up was Eichel. Got it out. Flip through center. McDavid would get caught up in some skates. McDavid trying to recover it. Across to Kulak. 40 seconds to go here in the second period.
Unlucky puck clouds there from Bouchard. Going to have to navigate this. Oilers are trying to complete a change here back in their own zone.
Can do that as Bouchard has it behind the net.
Vegas isn't forechecking.
Bouchard up the right wing to Hyman off his stick. Goes to the right wing corner. Hanifin behind the goal. Pietrangelo up the right wing to Dorofeev. He'll go through the middle and hit a stick. Comes back to him. Dorofeev into the Edmonton end left wing corner. 8 seconds to go here in the second period. Puck on the end boards inside the Edmonton zone. It's in some skates. Hurdle got it free to the line. The shot. And the period will come to an end. We're exactly where we were when we started this game, still at zeros, and we're through 2 periods.
Well, you've only given up 13 shots against on the road through 2 periods. That's pretty good. Oilers outshot Vegas 10-8 in the second. The only difference in this game for me is that the Oilers haven't capitalized. They've had 2 power plays. They did try to shoot more. And I think Vegas had a good final 4 or 5 minutes last period. And we'll see what sort of energy the Oilers have to start the third. But there's bodies getting knocked around. It's been a physical hockey game. Go in a third period, win the series.
Exactly. That's where we sit through 40. Oilers and the Golden Knights scoreless. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they're going to have the intermission for you when we come back. Zeros after 2 periods here in Game 5 from the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky.
Hey, sports fans. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can, or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps SickKids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Century Casinos, all in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the second intermission. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown. And after 40 minutes of play, it's scoreless between the Edmonton Oilers and the Golden Knights in Vegas tonight. Starting to get tight, not a lot of room out there, getting tense. You got to love the Stanley Cup playoffs, don't you?
You do, and it seems like every shift, even in a low-event hockey game, which we've seen through 40 minutes, every shift there is a nervousness and anxiety because the way both goalies are playing and the limited chances both teams are getting, there's fear that anything that goes in the net now might be the game-winning goal. So both teams, the commitment to defense, the urgency, the desperation, blocking shots, getting pucks in, getting pucks out. Like we're seeing the greatest players in the world. So, I mean, Connor and Leon and Eichel and these players that are having trouble making a stick-to-stick pass because everything is being contested. There is absolutely zero room anywhere on the ice. And it feels it's going to be a bad bounce or a bad break or something along that line that's going to spring somebody because right now, both teams are playing such good defensive hockey that you just can't see a big mistake being made by them. You just feel that there's just going to be someone's going to toe pick or a puck's going to take a weird bounce. Yeah. And that's where you're going to see an opportunity for someone to break open this game.
I was watching really carefully on, I think, the Oilers power play to start the period, and that should be fresh ice, but that puck never really settled down. Leon Draisaitl was having all sorts of problems just getting the puck to lay flat, and I know it was a very warm day in Vegas today, but, you're right, Brownie. You don't want to see it take a weird bounce off of somebody and end up in the net, but, hey, that's playoff hockey. I thought both goaltenders played quite well in that period, too.
They did. Both Hill and Skinner, again, not tested a whole lot, but there's so much pressure now because sometimes you're going 6-7 minutes without being a shot, and then it's a flurry. I think what we saw, and I think Jack said it best, is that it's coming in there's nothing, and then there's like about a 40-second stretch where there's 2 or 3 looks. And then 7 minutes of nothing. So the goaltenders have long stretches of not touching the puck, and then they got to make 2 or 3 saves. Both look good. Both look confident, swallowing the puck up. The one thing to keep an eye on, and I know that Jack mentioned it a few times if you're watching on TV, he was lauding how good Adin Hill is moving the puck. I have found in this series, Adin Hill has struggled to move the puck, and I think it's just he's overconfident, and he's put his defenseman in a few bad positions. He was overconfident on a puck where he went behind the back and he left it in his own feet, but Colson was the first one to get to it. That will be something to watch. If I'm an Oiler player, I'm not turning away from Adin Hill when he has the puck on his stick. Normally when a goalie gets the puck on his stick, you start getting into defensive posturing. I wouldn't do it with Adin Hill tonight because he has mishandled the puck, and part of it too could be the ice conditions. And the player that's least likely to make a good pass in bad conditions would be the guy with the big stick and the big gloves, hands on him. So I think if I'm an Oiler player, look to force Adin Hill into a mistake.
William Karlsson had probably the closest opportunity in that period, hit the goalpost late in the period. I thought Vegas started to come on a little bit, but the Oilers just kind of weathered the storm and then had a few chances themselves. It just looks like that's probably what I'm guessing that's going to be the third period, Rob. More of the same.
First of all, William Karlsson's been the best Golden Knight in the series. He's been outstanding. And on the play that you're talking about, he just got handcuffed just a little bit. The puck head was so in tight to him that for him to push it away from his body, he had to go in that angle. And that angle just was a little too far out away from the post. So that was a good chance. But yeah, I don't see either team opening it up. One team's trying to punch a ticket to the next round. The other team's trying to live to play another game. It almost feels like next goal wins, which is funny calling that with 20 minutes to go in a period. But that's how few the opportunities have been for both teams. And I guess the one thing you want to be a little bit fearful of if you're an Oiler fan, the Oilers have had 2 power plays in this game. The Golden Knights have had 0. So there's always the opportunity for the referee to, maybe not even up, but make it a little bit closer in the power play penalty kills. So Vegas does have a good power play. The Oilers got to make sure they keep, just like they have been all season and all playoffs, stay disciplined.
Which team should be happier with the way the game's gone so far, do you think?
I think both. Honestly, I think both. I mean, Edmonton Oilers right now, they win a period, they win a game. That's
yes.
You tell them before the game, you tell them before the game that they're pretty excited. Vegas right now, you tell Vegas, you know what, after 40 minutes, you've limited the Oilers scoring chances. They've got nothing against, and your goalie's having a great game. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. So I think both teams are feeling good. And it sets up for a really good period. But if you're an Oiler fan, it's an anxious period with the game being as close as it is so far tonight.
Just get the weird feeling this one's going to go a little extra time the way they're playing. But, hey, that's all part of the fun of the Stanley Cup playoffs, I think. I've enjoyed the game, but it just hasn't had quite the same zip that the games in Edmonton had. But you know what? They're all different, right?
Well, honestly, I think this is a carry-on of the last 2 periods in Edmonton. I think the first period in Edmonton last game was as good a period of hockey, if you're an Oiler fan, as you will ever see. The excitement level is through the roof. The final 40 minutes, really nothing happened. The Oilers got the 1 goal on a weird bounce, the Kane goal that bounced off the foot of the defenseman on a 2-on-1. But it was very, very low event hockey. So I think right now the last 4 periods have been the same. Low event hockey, neither team wanting to make a mistake, everybody having to fight for every inch on the ice. I think this, with Stone out of the lineup, I think this is how Vegas needs to play. And if you're the Edmonton Oilers, you're thinking, okay, tie game, 1 goal is probably going to win it. Well, we got the best 2 players in the world. That suits us well, too.
Speaking of the best 2 players in the world, at some point they're going to have to break out a little bit offensively here. You got to think.
Well, again, give Vegas credit. They're doing a really good job on him. What was it, game 2? Was that the game they scored the overtime goal? They were quiet all night that night. But the one big moment, that's where you look for your superstars to come through. And if I've got a tie game in a third period, I prefer to have the best player on the ice on my team. The Oilers have the best 2 players on the ice on their team. So, again, anything can happen. I like the way both teams have played through 40 minutes.
I'm starting to sense that you're thinking it's going to be exactly the same kind of period as the previous 2. Am I wrong?
Well, it'd be silly for either team to change. You don't want to open it up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be stupid and take a dumb penalty. This is playoff hockey. This is really good, hard-nosed playoff hockey that at the end of the night, it's going to be unfair that one team loses because of what the effort level and the commitment to detail that both teams played with.
Rob, thank you. We'll talk to you at the conclusion of the third period, and maybe it's the post-game show. We'll see. We'll talk to you in a bit, okay?
Sounds good.
Rob Brown joining us at the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's Get Flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more.
What's up, Oilers fans? How we doing tonight? I'm hoping that you're doing a lot better than I am. What a rough night for Toronto sports. It's a good thing our Toronto Blue Jays were able to pull off the victory because TFC couldn't get it done against one of the best teams in the league in MLS in Cincinnati. And our buds did not show up again at Scotiabank Arena tonight. It was ugly. And in the second, I decided, you know what? I'm going to the volleyball banquet. This is crazy. They can't show up. I'm taking a minute and being there for my kids. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Big shout out to Chuck Baller, to Carmen, to Mr. Weskers, Stefan, Connie, Andrew, Kenneth, everybody chatting it up. There you go. I love it. Look at that. SickKids Hospital. That's what we do. Make sure you check out that link that is pinned in the chat and donate if you are able. Now let's get behind our Oilers. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell if you're new. We're going to be live for every single game of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals coming up in this next round of the playoffs. Hopefully my Leafs can get there. And hopefully the Oilers get there tonight. Let's finish this off. We'll see you back in the chat.
Who was walking near the Edmonton Islamic Academy last Friday morning. The person in the picture has a similar description and was believed to have been masturbating while naked in a nearby park 2 days prior, driving off in a small gray vehicle. You'll find an image of that as well in the story. The head of Loblaw says the company expects a surge in tariff-related price increases at its stores in the weeks ahead as its pre-tariff inventory begins running out. Chief Executive Per Banks says the tally so far has been limited to a little over 1,000 items, and Canada Post has temporarily paused negotiations with the union representing postal workers as a deadline to get a deal done quickly approaches, saying this will allow it to come back to the table with comprehensive proposals that it hopes can move discussions forward. The union is not impressed. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in Oil Country. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Unbelievable! Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Steelhaus Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, 1 powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in Oil Country. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
At
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Welcome back. We're goalless after 2 periods of play in Vegas, but let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Just one other matchup in the NHL tonight in the playoffs. In Toronto, the Maple Leafs were hosting Florida, and the visitors just took it to the hometown Leafs 6-1. Panthers now lead the series 3-2. The next matchup goes Friday night in Sunrise, but Sergei Bobrovsky played a huge role. He made 31 saves tonight to post the W, and Jesper Boqvist with 1 goal and 1 assist, while Sam Reinhart added 2 helpers in that game. World Hockey Championship continues. Canada will play Austria tomorrow at 12:20 Mountain Time tomorrow. And in the Western Hockey League Championship Series, they're playing tonight as we speak in Spokane, Washington. And it's getting ugly because Medicine Hat coming up with a big period in the second. They lead now 4-1 midway through the second period. We'll be watching that one. That one will wrap up sometime on our post-game show. That's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Hang in there. The third period is coming up next. It's a nail-biter. At the intermission is brought to you by the End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the T-Mobile Arena, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're getting ready for the third period. The Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. It's game 5 of this series. Oilers lead this series 3-1, but this one still scoreless.
First time all season the Oilers have played a game that's been scoreless through 2 periods.
That's where we are. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Hyman to start it off in the third. Bouchard and Kulak on defense. Carlson taking the draw for the Golden Knights. Hanifin at his own blue line. Pietrangelo up the right wing to Smith. Off his stick goes to Kulak through the middle and directed in by Hyman. Pietrangelo on the end boards. Up the left wing. It's flipped out to center ice. Forced back is Bouchard. Now to Kulak.
Switching up their forecheck here to start the third period, Cam. A little bit more aggressive from Vegas.
Carlson in the neutral zone. Got over center and drills it in. It goes to the end boards. Barbashev got spun around, and a penalty coming up to Edmonton. And Bouchard's going to go to the box.
And there's one where Skinner and Bouchard had a miscommunication on an easy dump in. And now the Vegas power play, which in this series is 3 for 12. The Oilers, by the way, are only 1 for 11 in this series. And so Vegas has been good here at home, Cam, as you know, 3 for 7 at home.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
And Bouchard's really come on to be a good penalty killer, too. They're going to miss him.
First power play of the game for the Golden Knights. So early in the third, still scoreless. Puck on the left wing. Eichel. He'll shoot it towards the net. That hits somebody in front of the goal, and it gets into the corner. Kulak to Nurse, and Nurse wraps it around the glass and down the ice. Hill will set it in behind the net. Theodore coming out with it for Vegas. To Eichel into the Edmonton zone for Hurdle. Now on the right. Wall in front to Dorofeev. That goes off a stick. Kick back to the point by Eichel, who's lost his stick. Puck goes into the right wing corner. Dorofeev. Eichel's got his stick back. Wah with the puck in the right wing corner to the blue line for Theodore. Right side, Dorofeev to Hurdle. Now on the left to Eichel. Side of the goal, and the pass by Waugh picked off by Brown, and he'll shoot it down the ice.
David out on the PK here with Zach Hyman with some up pressure on Theodore.
A minute to go in this man advantage for the Golden Knights. Scoreless, just over a minute and a half gone in the third period. Puck goes into the corner. We're in game 5 of this second round series. Oilers leading 3-1. On the right wing, McDavid to the blue line, but it will be kept in. Carlson left wing to Eichel, left wing corner to Hurdle. Goes in behind the net to Eichel. Steps out of the left corner towards the net. A shot off a stick. Eichel gets it back and hopped over his stick. Eichel will get it to the point. Theodore to Eichel. Spinning around towards the net to Carlson to Eichel. He'll pass it. That one goes off a skate. Comes back to Eichel. To the blue line. The shot. That one hit bodies as Theodore let it go. It comes in front. A shot from the slot by Hurdle. Pad saved by Skinner. The puck along the left wing boards. Penalty just about over. And McDavid got it out to center ice. Eichel comes into the Oiler end on the left wing. He's got Carlson with him. He'll wait. He'll go to the left corner. To Carlson. He missed it. Here's Hurdle. A backhand. And a save made by Skinner. Bouchard through the middle of the ice to Kane. Now to Bouchard. Just to the blue line of the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo on the right. Give it to Eichel. He'll work to the front of the net. In front to Howden. He put it wide. What a chance there for Howden. Pietrangelo lost it at center. Draisaitl a partial break. He's in. The shot. The save made by Hill. And the net knocked off in behind Hill by Pietrangelo.
Should that not be a penalty? I mean, Pietrangelo goes careening into the goal. Vegas is very lucky that's not a penalty. There was no other player that touched him. Leon on a breakaway. And Pietrangelo in chase mode. Eichel with just a brilliant shift. 2 great setups, and Skinner fought him off. Evander Kane asking why that's not a penalty, but it isn't. What a chance both ways. Howden robbed, and then Leon on a breakaway, and it was a great stick. I mean, a great stick there from Pietrangelo, which kind of forced Leon to try to elevate the puck up and over the blocker side.
Pietrangelo ended up running his own goalie.
I know.
No, I don't think that's a penalty. He's diving back to try and break up the play.
What a shift from Eichel on the power play.
And unbelievable.
It was over 2 minutes. It was over 2 minutes.
Howden had the slam dunk at the side of the net, but it was partially deflected by Klingberg. And the Oilers survived that, but then again, a breakaway from Draisaitl and the save made by Aiden Hill. We're 3:09 into the third. This game's still scoreless as Pietrangelo will get it high in the air and out. Kulak on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Over to Bouchard through the middle. McDavid comes in on the left side. The shot by Hyman goes wide.
Oilers thought it was up.
But it hit the mesh.
And now we do.
It was knocked down by a high stick now, so we get a whistle. Either way. Face-off will be outside the Vegas Golden Knight blue line.
That was a real nice transition from Edmonton up the ice. But Vegas did a good job defending it. The third guy high there, Riley Smith, in defensive support.
Henry, Kane, Kane and Brown out there. Klingberg and Wallman. Puck goes to Klingberg. Wallman on the left. Snaps the puck in. That took a weird hop off the stanchion of the glass, and Hill was able to steer it, and the puck cleared out. Skinner on the right to Klingberg. Right up the right wing and out. On his own blue line was Haig. He lost it. It's brought in. Henrique on the left in front of the net. He tried to give and go with Brown, but unable to get a shot towards the net, and it's cleared.
Well, this could be another night where you need a goal from either your third or fourth line, because the Oilers' top guys don't seem to have a lot of juice tonight.
Brown shoots it into the Vegas end. Theodore up the right wing off of Colasar, and it goes into the Oiler bench.
This is a tightly contested affair. Pizza 73 out of town scoreboard. Maple Leafs tonight beaten 6-1 on home ice in Game 5. They won the first 2 games of the series, blew a lead in Game 3, got outplayed in Game 4, and Florida throttled them tonight 3-2 for Florida. Western Hockey League, Bryce Pickford out of Chauvin, Alberta, has now scored in 7 consecutive games. He's got 2 goals. Medicine Hat playing without Gavin McKenna, and Caden Lidstrom is winning 4-1 in Spokane. They won there last night 6-0, and they are up 2-1 in the series.
And the puck at center ice. Goes to Stetcher at the Edmonton blue line to Nurse. Nurse back pedals in his own end a bit. Left wing to Perry. Out to the neutral zone. Just went off a Frederick's stick. It's shot into the Edmonton end by Schwint.
I would get a quick line change here. They got their top line out in the ice against the Oilers' fourth line.
Long pass by Nurse. Down the right wing. Broken up at the blue line.
Frederick had a stick right over his head. Look out.
Dumped in. Rimmed on the left wing. Perry spins it on the left PN mark. Got dumped down by Eichel. It's in the neutral zone. Olofsson into the Oiler end just at the blue line and jammed away from him by Perry.
That was a veteran play by Corey Perry.
Puck on the right wing at center ice. Draisaitl. To his own zone to Kulak. And Kulak through the middle. That center that hit the stick of Howden and went in on the offside.
Well, they touched it, so
that was the high stick. It was going to be one or the other. But it's a high knocked down with a high stick of the Golden Knights. So face-off in the Vegas zone. 5:39 gone here in the third. Still scoreless between the Oilers. Golden Knights Game 5.
In sports jargon, this is known as a tightly contested affair.
Yes.
Even Steven in terms of face-offs in this game. Edmonton's out shooting Vegas 20-15. The Oilers 0 for 2 on the power play. Vegas 0 for 1.
Face-off to the left of Aiden Hill. Theodore goes in behind his net to the right wing. Off the right wing, boards it out to center ice to Smith. Smith to Carlson. Stood up at the Edmonton blue line. Now it goes into the zone to Kulak. Cross to his partner Bouchard. Into the middle of the ice. Hit the stick of Draisaitl. It came out. Carlson will get the puck in. To the left wing point. McNabb off the boards to the left wing corner to the Oiler end. Barbashev to the blue line. Now it goes to the right corner. Trying to walk out from the corner was Smith, but didn't have a lane to the net. It gets to the middle. The shot and it's saved by Skinner off of Barbashev. Kapanen will clear it out. It'll be icing against Edmonton. But Barbashev with a good opportunity there. Nice save by Stuart Skinner.
Vegas is starting to tilt the ice here a little, Cam. David's got to come off. Draisaitl's going to have to win or draw, and the Oilers are going to have to punt it out of here and have a little bit of curling touch on it as well. Hurdle against Leon.
Gets into the corner, and it's Bouchard up in the air and out.
Get off the ice.
Hannafin to Hurdle. Goes to Hannafin. On the left wing to Waugh. Pulls it off the left wing boards. Checked by Bouchard. Will get it out down the left wing to Hyman. In over the line with Draisaitl. The pass to Draisaitl. A backhand, and that's just off the pad of Hill.
Great play by Hyman. Solid stop by Aiden Hill. Leon with 2 partial breaks in this game.
Hurdle to center ice for Pietrangelo into the Oilers zone. To Hurdle, trying trying to go to the net. Now it goes to Pietrangelo, and a pad save made by Skinner. Klingberg up the left wing for McDavid. At center, he'll shoot it in. It's over 7 minutes gone here in the third. This game's still scoreless. Waugh along the boards, got it out past Klingberg. Wallman turns in front of the Edmonton net. Wallman into the Vegas zone. A shot and a glove save made by Hill. And Hill will hold on. We're going to take a break. 7:23 gone in the third. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights here in Game 5. From the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, it's For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Fountain Tire, we're all about one thing, taking care of your vehicle. Oh, and your wallet. I guess that's two things. Save up to 20% off select tires until June 14th. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue. Game on the...
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's that time of the show. Please let us know where you're watching from in the chat. Where in the world are you hanging out with us at? Let us know your city and province, city and state if you're in the United States, city and country flag all over the world. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and letting us know and everyone know where you're watching. And also, you can check out that link that's pinned in the chat and in the description, our live viewers tab on our website, and go see where everybody's watching from.
Where in the world are you watching from? Now's the time to show for you to let us know where you're watching from in that chat or by visiting our new live viewers website. Holy Mackinac! As we are passing 100,000 insiders on Toronto Sports Insider, the playoff pulse is a global force. Visit TorontoSportsInsider.com to see our live viewer map and where fans are cheering from right across the globe. While you're there, check out our awesome new website and fresh merch options. Let's keep growing this global community.
We get lined up. Carlson battles to get the puck over to the right wing. And Pietrangelo up the left wing boards for Barbashev. Trying to shovel it to the middle. Goes to Barbashev on the left wing. Then he'll shoot it in. Skinner to play it to Wallman. To Nugent Hopkins pinching down. Pietrangelo to keep it in. Wallman over to Klingberg. Klingberg on the right wing. He won't get out. Barbashev kept it in. His pass across to Smith. That is broken up by Nugent Hopkins. He's out through center. To Hyman, to McDavid. Just off his shin pad. Barbashev can't clear. Klingberg. To Hyman on the left wing. Goes to the left wing corner. Forced into that corner by Hanifin. Now to Nugent Hopkins on the left side. To the blue line. Nurse. Over to Klingberg on the right wing. Point a shot. And that one blocked in front of the net. And it's cleared out to center by Smith.
Didn't get through.
Nurse will shoot it into the Vegas zone. McNabb in behind his net. McNabb out through the middle. Floats a pass. It goes off of Podkolzin right to Kapanen. Kapanen into the Vegas end. Stops on the left wing boards. He'll shoot it towards the net. That's blockered away by Hill. Puck back to the point. Shot by Nurse. Didn't get through. It's in the high slot. And turning it through the middle is Eichel. Eichel into the Edmonton end on the right wing. A shot off the arm of Skinner. And out of play is Jack Eichel with a quick shot down the right wing.
He had some heat on that. Right now, I'd say Eichel is the best forward on the ice. He's making things happen every time when he's out there. And the Oilers just couldn't get the puck across to McDavid from Hyman. Zach made the right play, but there was a chance for a partial break in tight. Henrique out to take a D-zone draw. He's got Brown with him. along with Evander Kane against Hurdle.
He's off to the left of Stuart Skinner. 8:53 gone in the third. Scoreless here in Game 5. Puck through the middle of the ice. And it's Kane coming out, and he's down the left wing. Into the Vegas zone to the left wing corner. Goes to the end boards, taken hard to the end boards by White Cloud. Puck along that left wing. Through the middle, and Hurdle just got it out. And it goes into the Edmonton zone. Hurdle to the right corner. Puck comes free. Into the slot, and the pass up into the air. Now Waugh is able to keep it in to the right wing point. White Cloud a shot, and that's blocked. Went off of Henrique. In behind the net, it's Waugh. Waugh to the middle, and fanning on it was Dorofeev. He had a great chance. Waugh on the right side to Dorofeev, right wing corner. Over to the left wing. Hurdle along the boards. The left wing point to Haig, and Brown wins a battle and gets it out.
Oilers were exhausted there. Some fresh bodies on the ice here.
Haig will flip it in. Batted out by the glove of Kulak.
Vegas has got some momentum right now, Cam. Scoreless game. They're digging in. They're desperate. Stay alive here.
Theodore to Pearson. Checked inside the Edmonton blue line by Kulak. He'll get it out. Goes into the Vegas zone. Theodore spun it up the right wing. Pearson to Colasar. Now to McNabb down the left. He'll pull it. He'll shoot it. Save made by Skinner. Off of Braden McNabb. The puck on the point. McNabb comes down the left wing. Drops it back. Theodore cross ice to Colasar. He's got it on the right point. Over to Theodore. Theodore down the left wing to the corner. In behind the goal. To the right. Theodore to the blue line to McNabb. Doesn't have a shooting lane. Waits to Theodore. Has to dump it to the right corner. Kulak up the boards to Janmark, and he got it out.
Oilers survived that. Fourth line out the ice. And Theodore was just dancing.
9 minutes to go in the third. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights here in Game 5. The puck in the neutral zone. Carlson will whip it in. Goes around the boards inside the Edmonton end. Smith on the right wing. Smith towards the net. His shot goes wide. To the point. Hannafin's shot off a stick goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Nugent Hopkins, left wing through the middle of the ice to McDavid. Will make a little move, then lost it at center. Barbashev into his own end. Now Pietrangelo on the right wing to Barbashev. Steers it in. It's in behind the Oiler net.
Stationary breakout. The Oilers are making a change here. Good tip by Hyman.
Just got a piece of it. It goes into the Vegas zone. Edmonton can complete the change.
Let's face it, we're basically in overtime.
Pretty much.
Here.
Down the right wing, Eichel into the right wing corner of the Edmonton zone. In behind the net, Podkolzin dumps him down, takes the puck, and he gets it out. And now Kapanen putting pressure on Theodore. The puck sits center ice. Go inside the Edmonton line. Nurse along the left wing. Up in the air and out. It hits McNabb. Dumped down the ice by Draisaitl. He'll go after it in the Vegas zone. Taken hard on the end boards by White Cloud. Right wing corner. Eichel up the right side to Olofsson. Cleared it out. Kulak in behind the Edmonton net. 7:28 to go in the third. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights.
Oilers need to complete a change here.
Kulak at the Edmonton blue line to Bouchard. He'll take it behind the net. Bouchard waits in behind the goal. Steps out on the right. Off the right wing boards. Puck gets to the center ice area. Waugh will bring it in for Hurdle to Waugh. Right corner to Dorofeev. He'll go in behind the Edmonton net. A backhand from a sharp angle save made by Skinner, and Bouchard will clear it. It will roll wide of the net. It'll be icing against Edmonton with 6:51 to go in the third period. The game scoreless.
They're going to get their top line on the ice here. Big draw for Henrique coming up back in the Oilers D zone. Edmonton hasn't had, Draisaitl's had a breakaway and a partial chance in tight. Those are the two best opportunities for the Oilers. Howden's going to take this draw here with Olofsson and Eichel on the ice with him.
to the right of Stuart Skinner. Goes to the right wing corner. Bouchard banks it out. Petrangelo's got to chase after Kane right on him. Pike turns it up the left wing. Off the boards to center ice for Eichel. Eichel to the middle, but McDavid will get control. Now to Nugent Hopkins. He'll come into the Vegas end. Bounce it towards the net. It goes just wide. He's after it. He'll get the puck to the left side. Comes in front, but off a stick. And Olofsson will clear it out. Lindbergh over center. Shoots it right back in. Barbashev got it to center ice. Klingberg right back in with it. Pietrangelo off the right wing boards to Smith. Does get the puck out to center with 6 minutes to go here in the third. At center, it's McDavid into the Vegas end, goes to the right wing. Off the right corner boards to the left to Corey Perry. Poked it in to the left side, and it's cleared out by Barbashev. Stetcher with it inside the Edmonton line. To Wallman, to Stetcher. Stetcher up the left wing to Draisaitl. He'll shoot it in, blockered away by Hill. Draisaitl to Janmark.
Leon finished off.
Oh, a stick Barbashev, stick broke. It's inside the Vegas blue line now, jammed out to center ice. Nurse went to flip it in, put it over the glass. That's out of play. With 5:17 to go here in the third. Oilers and Golden Knights still at zeros in Game 5. We're going to be right back from the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. It's For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's best hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's best hotels. Get paid to stay.
Legacy Heating and Cooling Jingle auditions take one for Ryan Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Joe Bowen here, voice of the Leafs. Holy Mackinac, we've passed 100,000 insiders on Toronto Sports Insider. The Playoff Pulse campaign is unstoppable. Your support means 100% of Leafs playoff stream revenue keeps helping sick kids with life-saving care. Let's aim even higher. Subscribe now and join this amazing community making a difference. Together, we're showing sick kids the power of sports fans worldwide. Let's keep growing this global community.
.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's best hotels. Get paid to stay.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 5, scoreless with 5:17 to go in the third period. Shots are 23-19 in favor of Edmonton. Faceoffs outside the Vegas blue line. Henry, Kane, and Brown out with Stetcher and Nurse. Hurdle taking the draw. Well, Brown's got to come in and take it as Henry got tossed out of the face-off circle. And the puck goes to Stetcher, to Nurse on the left wing. Gets to the center ice line, shoots it in. That's going to rim on the right to Connor Brown. Behind the net to Kane. Kane to the right corner, takes a hard hit there on the end boards. And it's cleared out. Hurdle is in there to provide the hit, and it's flipped into the Edmonton zone. Stetcher cranks it on the right. That hits something, goes through the middle and comes out.
Line needs a change here.
On the left wing, it's directed in. Nurse up the left wing boards to Kane. Out of Brown. can poke it into Vegas territory. Hannafin reversing it on the left side to Pietrangelo. Center ice for Howden. Then he lost the puck to Podkolzin. Comes in across to Draisaitl. The shot. It's blocked. He gets it back. Has it on the right wing. To the blue line. Klingberg to Draisaitl. Trying to spin off the check of Eichel. Goes to the right corner. Centering pass. Comes across. Wallman's pass. That hit a stick. Goes over to the right. Hack to the line and out by Olofsson. It'll be not icing. It went off an Edmonton stick.
They need to realize this here.
Wallman making his way out of the Edmonton end. Up the left wing that goes off a Vegas stick into the Vegas zone. And on the right wing, Draisaitl to the point for Klingberg. Whip it across the line to Kapanen down the left wing for Kulak. Shot partially blocked. Comes to the right wing point. Klingberg off the right wing boards for Draisaitl. Cross ice pass. That gets broken up. Getting it out through center was Barbashev. Klingberg inside his own blue line, off the boards and out. 3:20 to go in the third. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Golden Knights here in Game 5. Karlsson comes into the Edmonton zone. It goes to the left wing corner. Bouchard with him up against the boards. Came loose. Nugent-Hopkins behind his net. Finds Bouchard. Vegas makes changes. Bouchard up the right wing to Kulak, and it's center ice. He'll drift the puck in. It's top of the circle. Nugent-Hopkins hacks it down low. Goes off of Pietrangelo. Across to the right side. Hyman threw it in behind the net. Pietrangelo will go up in the air through the middle and out, and that bounces past Bouchard into the Edmonton zone. Kulak had to go off a stick, and that goes out of play. Definitely off the stick. Trout's looking for a penalty. Now the referee right away is saying there was no question that went off a stick. 2:34 to go here in the third. Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights. They are scoreless here in Game 5 from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's Sport Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
2:34 to go in the third. Oilers, the Vegas Golden Knights, scoreless here in Game 5. Face off in the Edmonton zone to the right of Stuart Skinner. Draisaitl taking the draw against Waugh. Drop the puck, it gets to the slot, and that shot does not get through. McNabb from the left side, tried one, went off a Draisaitl. Dorofeev to Waugh. Off the boards to the right wing corner. Hurdle to the right wing corner. To Waugh, he's about the hash marks. To Dorofeev to the blue line. The shot by Theodore partially blocked. Here's Dorofeev, and a great save made by Skinner. Dorofeev goes in behind the net. To the right wing. To the blue line. Theodore to Dorofeev, left to McNabb, and it goes off the heel of his stick. Wallman around the boards, trying to get it out. He can't. McNabb kept it in. Wall along the right wing.
Bad shift here.
To the left wing point, it goes to Theodore. A shot, glove save made by Skinner. He holds on. We get a gathering in the slot area of the Edmonton zone. A minute 46 to go in the third period. We're scoreless.
That was a real good shift for Vegas. And the Oilers lost the face-off and were under a little bit of duress. Little mouth guards is on the ice. Nicola Waz. So power on power here now. Theodore, Hanifin, and Pietrangelo really stepped up on the back end tonight. McNabb and Theodore have been very good. Connor to take a draw here against. They're going to use Howden here, or are they going to use Eichel?
Face-off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Eichel in the face-off circle with Connor McDavid. Eichel wins at Hanifin, left wing point. A snapshot, it goes off of McDavid. On the right side, Hyman got it out. To Nugent Hopkins, to Hyman, into the Vegas zone. A shot off the stick of Eichel. It goes off the end glass. Nugent Hopkins came flying in there, and it's in behind the net. Up to Howden on the left wing, through the middle of Pietrangelo, come into the Edmonton zone. We'll float it in behind the goal, took a weird hop. And the puck on the right wing, Pietrangelo from the angle, off of Kulak. It gets to the slot. Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Maybe a 2-on-1 for Edmonton. McDavid with Hyman. McDavid waiting. The shot save made by Hill. And now Hyman gets into it in behind the net. What a chance. A 2-on-1 with a minute 6 to go here in the third, and the game's scoreless.
Nugent Hopkins made a great play in the neutral ice to free the puck up. And away they went. Connor was, you know what, that play was, what a play by Hanifin.
Yeah.
He got enough of it, and then Hyman, I don't think there'll be any penalties there. What a chance that the Oilers have had. A 2-on-1, they've had a breakaway.
They haven't had a lot of chances, but they've had some good ones in this third period.
That's an interesting combination on the ice. Kane, Perry, and Draisaitl. I'd say you got to get puck possession off the draw here if you're Edmonton. What a chance for Connor.
1:06 to go here in the third. Oilers trying to close out this series. Golden Knights trying to stay in this series.
And McDavid totally made the right place.
Yeah, oh, he did.
Absolutely.
Puck goes right to Hill. That actually went faster to him than I thought. He kicks it out. We're in the last minute here in the third. McNabb's pass doesn't get out of the zone. Draisaitl over to Kane. Has it on the right wing. A backhand wide of the net to the left wing point to Wallman. Down the boards and behind the goal. Went over the stick of Evander Kane. Through the middle. Carlson now to Smith. His pass broken up by Wallman. He will clear it out. It'll be icing. 32 seconds left here in the third period.
Well, right now, if you're Edmonton, you got to get this game to overtime. You got a D-zone draw here. You got a good. Leon cannot get waved out of the circle. Kane has successfully taken some face-offs, but Draisaitl in this game is 7-10, and it's going to be Carlson, and he's 6-3.
Face off to the right of Skinner. It's in their skates, goes across to Kane. He'll go up in the air and out with it. Hanifin tracks it down in his own end. To Pietrangelo, now to Eichel. Into the Oilers zone, stops up. Eichel's pass for Smith. It's in behind him. It goes to the point. Pietrangelo keeping it in. It's Eichel on the right side. It's shot, and it was blocked. And Kane will get it out. 5 seconds to go here in the third. Eichel will drift it towards the net. Gloved by Skinner. Puck goes to the left wing corner. And this game's going to need some extra time.
Well, it's basically the entire third period has been played like it's been overtime tonight, Cam.
Yeah. Edmonton with, you think of the Draisaitl breakaway and the 2-on-1 late with McDavid and Hyman, two glorious opportunities. They're unable to score. Golden Knights had a couple of really good chances. They couldn't score.
Even game.
Even game. Absolutely.
It's 24-23 shots. The Oilers have had one more power play. Still haven't scored here.
Figured Vegas would be desperate. They have been. They've played well, but the Oilers have played well too.
Yep.
And this one will need more. So the Oilers and the Golden Knights, Game 5 will head to OT. And Bryn Griffiths and Rob Brown, they've got the intermission for you when we come back from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's for Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown and Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown and Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
At the intermission, brought to you by Hand of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Puck on the right wing, Pietrangelo from the angle, off of Kulak. It gets to the slot. Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Maybe a 2-on-1 for Edmonton. McDavid with Hyman. McDavid waiting. The shot saved, made by Hill.
And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the intermission. Before we start overtime, this has been a fun game, Rob.
It's been a fantastic hockey game. The desperation and urgency and the commitment to detail, the physicality, the blocking of shots, the doing of whatever it takes to make a play has been unreal in this hockey game. You're fighting for every pass, every step of ice out there. Nobody's given up the red line. Like, you have to work just to get the red line to dump the puck in. Yeah. It's exactly what playoff hockey is supposed to be like. It's 2 really good teams, proud teams, going at it hard. I think Vegas were the better team with offensive zone in that third period. I think the Oilers had their best chances on big mistakes or breakdowns by Vegas, as the Oilers had 2 2-on-1s and a breakaway, and they had it on the right sticks. Leon had a breakaway. Connor and Leon had the puck on their sticks on 2-on-1s. Both goaltenders, fantastic in this series. In this game. This has been Hill's best effort of the series, and Stuart Skinner just continuing on from what we saw last game. That's 6 straight periods. So this is what you want, and I'm guessing, Bryn, that overtime is probably deserved, because I don't think either team deserved to lose in the 60 minutes.
I agree. The other thing, too, on the 2-on-1, it was Hyman and it was McDavid going in. I don't know who the defenseman was, but I thought he played that beautifully, I thought. The only thing he had was a shot. There was no pass across, I didn't think.
A goaltender never wants to get beat backdoor open net. He just doesn't. Right. So Hanifin, his job is to take away the pass, but still not give up a great shot from the slot. Like if a defenseman lays down, you know as a shooter that you have to shoot, so you start preparing to shoot. When a defenseman, as Hanifin did, kind of went on a knee and put his hand down, you're still thinking pass to the last second. And Adin Hill was playing shot the whole time, and Adin Hill got big, and then swallowed the puck up.
Got to ask you, are you starting to see little mental breakdowns, or are they still on edge? Are they still playing the game that well? Because you know what's going to happen here eventually. Guys are just mentally, you start to go a little bit, but we're only going into the first overtime, not the third.
I don't think there have been mental breakdowns. I think there have been just physical, just exhaustion. Okay. There's been, you look at, both McNabb and Pietrangelo are not 100% on the back end for Vegas, and you can see it. They struggle at times to when they're chasing pucks down, and if you get a step on them, they're not catching you. So there are some physical some issues. The mental mistake. Both teams have done a pretty good job. Now Vegas got caught twice late in the period, trying to make, we call them saucer passes over the blue line. You can't do that because as you can see, Leon knocked 2 out of the air and created offensive zone opportunities for them. You've got to make sure you get over the blue line before you make any cross ice passes. But really, both teams have been so good that the players are earning. There's a lot of games where, especially in the LA series, where the LA Kings were getting grade A scoring chances off big mistakes from the Oilers. The Kings didn't have to earn those chances. In this game, every single scoring chance has been earned. Somebody has done something pretty good in this game to create a scoring chance. And going into overtime, there's 2 players that, to me, I'm watching, one on each team. Jack Eichel has been outstanding in this series. He's been absolutely amazing in this game. Nobody is finishing for him. He's set up guys time and time again. He hasn't got a goal in the series. That's the one guy I fear for Vegas. And on the other side, Edmonton Oilers, Leon Draisaitl. He's been stopped twice now by Adin Hill on partial breakaway and breakaway. Leon Draisaitl, if he gets another opportunity, you don't stop a 50-goal scorer 3 times in a row. So those are the 2. And, I mean, I'm not going out on a limb there. I picked the best goal scorer on one team and the best player on the other. But those 2 players have been very noticeable in this game. And if someone's going to win a hockey game, it's probably on the stick of one of those 2.
Okay, Rob, thank you. We'll talk to you later. We'll take the time out. At the Intermission is brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Legacy Heating and Cooling Jingle auditions take 1 for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it, Nuge. That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah. Well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. A bill that will revamp how auto insurance works in Alberta has passed in the legislature. From 2027 onwards, most injury claims will be settled without going to court using compensation rates set by the government. Lawyer Randall Carlson says Alberta's branch of the Canadian Bar Association commissioned a survey regarding no-fault insurance proposals.
Albertans, 7 of 10, according to the research, valued the right to sue the at-fault insurer, and many people in BC are having terrible experiences in which they're being undercompensated for accidents in which they weren't at fault.
The UCP government says the move will save big on legal fees, thus lowering premiums. The changes come into effect on January 1st, 2027. And Air Canada has reached an impasse in contract negotiations with the union representing thousands of its flight attendants. The union says it has filed for conciliation with the federal labor minister. Its top priority is boosting compensation, noting an entry-level full-time salary is less than $2,000 per month. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trail Blade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at ATTURO.com.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
Stay connected with 880 Ched via your smart speakers. It's as easy as telling your favorite virtual assistant, play 880 Ched. Listen in on smart speakers and stay informed throughout the day with up-to-the-minute news, talk, sports, and more. 880 Ched. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
There will be 1 goal scored in this hockey game tonight. It will be the winner as we're going into overtime. But right now, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Just one other game in the NHL tonight. It was ugly in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs were handily beaten by Florida 6-1. The Panthers now lead that best of 7, 3-2. So that's where the series stands. And the next matchup goes Friday night in Sunrise, Florida, where the Panthers can wrap up that series. Western Hockey League Championship Series. We've got a game going on tonight in Spokane, and it is currently 5-2 for the Medicine Hat Tigers. They're looking to take a 3-1 series lead. They won in Spokane last night, 6-0. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Overtime is up next. We're going to give the guys a little extra chance to chat and set it up for you. At the intermission is brought to you by the End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the stream. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers.
737373, Pizza 73. Did you know The Brick is proudly Canadian-owned and operated? We started right here in Canada over 50 years ago. Now, our 5,000 team members are proud to be your neighbor in more than 200 communities across Canada. And we support all Canadians with a growing selection of quality-made Canadian products and manufacturers. Nobody knows more about furnishing Canadian homes at the guaranteed lowest price than us. The Brick, saving you more.
This morning with Stacey Bratzel on 880 Ched.
Steph, we got this text on the text line, and it says, I'm watching AI dumb down the population. Are we dumbing down our population?
I mean, that's a pretty loaded question for this early in the morning, but I do appreciate it.
Sorry.
I think that there are really critical skills that we shouldn't be offloading to the technology.
This morning with Stacey Bratzel. Weekday mornings on 880 Ched. Now, more than ever, it's time to shop Canadian. Support your local businesses that create jobs and invest in our communities. Brought to you by Proudly Canadian 880 Ched. All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
We get set for overtime. The Edmonton Oilers, the Vegas Golden Knights. It's Game 5 of the second round series. Edmonton up 3-1. Oilers 2-0 in overtime in these playoffs. Leon Draisaitl has both OT winners. The Golden Knights, 2 wins, 1 loss. They had 2 wins against Minnesota in the first round. Barbashev and Howden had the goals for them. And, of course, the loss against Edmonton.
Oilers are going to start Leon Draisaitl's line with Colson and Kapanen. Kapanen's got to watch his stick a bit. Rode up high. Corey Perry with 5 overtime goals all time. So Kasperi Kapanen has gone from being a healthy scratch to the Oilers' first 9 playoff games starting in the overtime period.
Life comes at you fast.
Yep.
All right, we get set for overtime. Draisaitl against Eichel. They drop the puck. Overtime has begun, and it goes into the Edmonton zone. Wallman will take it in behind the net.
Look at how passive his forecheck is here. Vegas.
Out through the middle, Wallman. Forced to the left side, able to shoot it in. Hits the corner boards, goes to the right. And the puck given away. It went off a stick right to Kapanen. Left wing corner to Draisaitl. Comes up the left wing to the blue line for Wallman. Over to Klingberg on the right. Over to Wallman. A shot, and it's blockered away by Hill. Cleared, or tried to clear. It was Barbashev. And Theodore will get it out through the middle of the ice. Goes into the Edmonton zone. Wallman on the left wing.
Long change this period. I would not cheat shift length. I would keep her tight.
Pietrangelo on the right, just to the Edmonton blue line. Puck Colson right back out with it. Smith across to Howden. That's offside at the Edmonton line. 1 minute, 2 seconds gone here in the first OT.
And we're going to see Henrique with Brown and Vander Kane. Nope, we're going to see McDavid with Nugent Hopkins. Hyman here. Against Carlson, who, as we should mention, is a very good two-way center.
Face-off just outside the Edmonton blue line. We'll go to Hanifin. He'll drill it in. Skinner will stop it. Right wing corner to Bouchard. Up the right wing to Hyman. Tangled up with Hanifin. Puck goes into the Vegas zone. Hanifin's in behind the net. Through the middle of Carlson. Now on the left. The puck got to the blue line, but it's broken up and out with it through center. McDavid into the Vegas zone down the left wing. A shot just wide. Puck on the right. Bouchard let it go. Hit side of the net. Here's McDavid in front of the net. Went through the slot and over to the right wing. And Smith, the center ice for the Golden Knights. We'll dump it in. Bouchard's in behind the goal with Smith on him. It goes to Kulak up the right wing, off of Hyman down the ice. It's icing against Edmonton.
It's a tough play there, but kind of hopeful that Hyman can get a piece of it. Oilers have had 2 shots directed to the net. Now an important D-zone draw for Connor McDavid. It's going to be a hurdle going up against him here. Hurdle in this series right around 50%. McDavid's been over 50% going into this game. He's had a tough night tonight.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Bouchard, right wing corner. Up in the air and out. Bouncing puck. Gloved down by White Cloud. Got it to the Edmonton blue line. Bouchard to Janmark. Comes into the Vegas zone. To the right wing corner. Janmark to the point. The shot. That doesn't get through. Stetcher let it go.
This line has not played a lot here in the back half of this game.
It's in behind the net. Perry. Perry to the left. Back to the left wing point to Nurse. Off the boards and behind the goal. Went past Frederick. Stetcher to the right wing point for Perry towards the net, and it goes off a hurdle to the right corner. Stetcher centering pass broken up by White Cloud, and up the right wing to center ice. Dorofiev will shoot it in. Frederick left wing corner to Nurse, cross ice pass hit Eichel goes up into the air, and it'll be Janmark to get the puck in to Perry. Cross ice, goes to the blue line where Kane goes down the boards.
What a read by Klingberg.
And it does come out, now brought in down the left wing. Wallman to the left wing corner. It goes in behind the net to the right side to Henry, back to the point. Klingberg shot, and that just goes wide to the left wing side. Wallman to Klingberg on the left to Brown. The shot save made by Hill. And Eichel will get it out to Olofsson. Up the right wing, will shoot it in. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Klingberg to Henrique, to center ice to Brown. Over center, shoots it in. It goes to Hill.
Oilers have had a couple looks here, but haven't been able to hit the net.
3.5 into OT. Eichel to center ice. Dumped it in. Skinner's got to play it to the right wing corner to Bouchard. Around up the right wing boards to Draisaitl. Comes into the Vegas end. Goes to the corner. Now to the end boards to Podkolzin. Back to the point. Bouchard to Kulak. Kulak with a snap shot. That was tipped just wide. Bouchard trying to keep it in. He can't. Carlson will get it out. Gave it to Smith. Smith to Carlson. Into the Edmonton zone to Carlson, left wing corner. Taken out hard by Podkolzin. Comes around to the point. Theodore will shoot it into the glove of Skinner. Holds on. 4 minutes, 12 seconds gone here in the first overtime.
Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch. Not yet going to McDavid and Draisaitl together. They combined for the game winner and a brilliant play from Evan Bouchard and Corey Perry in game 2 here. Maybe a game that the Oilers stole. This game, either team would say they deserve to win.
Yeah, it's very equal. Face off to the left of Stuart Skinner. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Klingberg off the boards and out. Hanifin made the puck. And it was Barbashev to shoot it into the Edmonton zone. Coming out with it is Nurse. Into the Vegas end. Nugent Hopkins a shot. He hits a stick, goes wide. Over to the right wing, and Barbashev through the middle. He got hit on the play by Hyman. Puck goes to the right wing. And Eichel to center ice bounces it right on net. Skinner stopped it. Swept the puck over to Nurse. On the left wing at center. Nugent Hopkins cross ice. That skips over the stick of Klingberg. So Nurse forced back. Behind the net, Klingberg. Left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Will get it out. Puck at center ice, hits a skate, goes to McDavid. He'll come in towards the net. He'll one-hand it towards the goal. It comes loose in front off the stick of Hyman. Ripped towards the net by Kulak. That one hit Hill. It stays out. Kulak on the left point, a snap shot. And it's deflected into the left wing corner.
Hard back.
Kolasar out to center ice for Vegas. Down the left wing to Carlson. Shoots it wide of the Edmonton net. Out to center, and taking a hard hit was Frederick, but he dumped it in. White Cloud will get the puck out to center ice. Frederick will shoot it back into the Vegas zone. Janmark into the corner, runs into Haig. Puck goes to Dorofeev. He'll get it out. Give it to Hurdle. Into the Edmonton end to the right wing corner. Tomas Hurdle to the left. Back to the point. Hanifin faked the shot. Comes down the left wing to the middle. Dorofeev shot blocked in the slot. And Janmark comes up the right wing. He's got Kane with him. In over the Vegas line. The pass across and went off of Hanifin and wide. Brown on the right wing. A shot. It's partially blocked. And it's in behind the Vegas net. 6:15 gone here in the first OT. The puck to center ice. Waugh into the Edmonton zone. Goes to the left wing corner. Taken out on the inboards. Henrique tries to get it free. Instead, it's Hurdle. Along the left wing to the point. Hanifin shot. That's off a stick. Goes into the corner. Wallman. Left wing to Kane to the line. Barbashev will keep it in for the Golden Knights. He'll get it all the way across. Olofsson fires it off the outside of the net. Puck goes to the blue line. Theodore wrapped it in behind the net. Wallman there for the Oilers will get it out.
This line just got to get off.
Theodore in his own zone to McNabb. Lost it at the Edmonton blue line.
Henrique's exhausted here.
Pass up the left wing. Claude Colson will bring it in on the left side. He'll get it all the way across to Draisaitl to the middle. The shot saved by Hill. The rebound, they're jamming away. Scores! The Edmonton Oilers pour off the bench. They win it 1-0 in overtime and win the series 4-1.
They're going to have to review this, I think. I think they're going to have to review this.
The Edmonton Oilers congratulating each other. I guess the Golden Knights aren't going anywhere yet.
It might be Kapanen's goal. They're going to look at it. So just hold on here, because we are at the opposite angle. It's a goal.
It's a goal.
They've ruled it a goal.
The Edmonton Oilers defeat the Vegas Golden Knights 4-1. And Kapanen is the goal scorer.
It's a good goal. That's it.
There it is. Wow. They were jamming at the side of the net, and Kasperi Kapanen put it in. And the Edmonton Oilers win this series in 5 games and go to the Western Conference Final. The third time in the last 4 years as they line up for the handshake at center ice. And it'll be Kapanen in just his second game of the playoffs.
Back-to-back shutouts for Stuart Skinner.
How about that? Stuart Skinner perfect on 24 shots. And the Edmonton Oilers win this series in 5 games.
Put it to the net, Cam.
Well, that's the thing. You give yourself a chance, don't you? You put it to the net. Kapanen able to jam that thing home at the side of the goal. And how about Kasperi Kapanen? Gets into the series in Game 4, plays very well, gets the overtime winner here in Game 5.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah.
You beat a hell of a team. These guys, this organization, they're good.
And the Edmonton Oilers move on to the Western Conference Final.
16-2 now. The Oilers are under Chris Haubach, games 4 through 7.
Isn't that incredible? That is some stat. Draisaitl and Nurse get the assists on the goal by Kapanen. Crowd salutes the Golden Knights on a solid season. Finished first in the Pacific Division, but dropped his second round series to the Oilers in 5 games. Yeah, how about Stuart Skinner? That too.
That's something. Just wild.
Back-to-back shutouts. Improves to 2-3 in these playoffs. And the Oilers get the win, 1-0 in overtime. 7:14 time of the goal by Kapanen. Edmonton had a lot of play in that overtime.
They did. What was the time of the goal again?
7:14.
Cam, the Edmonton Oilers are on.
7:19. They changed it. Good enough. 7:19. We'll go with that.
So the goal again, Kapanen, his first of his play from Draisaitl and
Nurse.
There you go. This coach touched a lot of the right
Thank you so much for being
Right buttons, doesn't he?
Well, you think about the, Kapanen coming into the lineup, Stetcher coming into the lineup.
Awesome.
And what the impact that they made. Absolutely. And the Edmonton Oilers win this one in overtime, 1-0 over the Vegas Golden Knights.
That's the. All right. Thank you.
All right. We got Jake Wallman downstairs. Cam Moon. Oh, good.
Just Jake.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, yep.
Jake, just so you know, I don't know if that's the biggest goal Kapanen has ever scored because he won the World Juniors for Finland in overtime too. But I was a hell of a hockey game, and these guys are a great team. Your thoughts on finding a way to come up with a result tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. They're a great team, and took 60 minutes plus some. So I think every time you're trying to close a team out, that's the toughest part of hockey, and they battled hard, and we were able to come out top.
Back-to-back shutouts for Stuart Skinner. What can you say about your netminder here tonight?
Oh, man, he played great tonight again. We love that from him. He deserves it, and he's playing great. We're happy to play for him.
Chris Knobloch, Jake, is now 16-2 in games 4 through 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He seems to make good in-game adjustmts or good in-series adjustments. Like activating Kasperi Kapanen in a lineup. What is it just as an emotional tenor, as even keelness that allows you guys not to get too riled up if something doesn't go your way? What have you observed here in Edmonton so far?
Like you said, I think he holds himself the same way as you guys see him in the interviews. He holds himself the same way in the room and brings a calmness to our dressing room. He obviously knows how to coach a hockey team, that's for sure, and we're happy we got the win tonight.
Jake, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, there's Jake Wallman downstairs. The Edmonton Oilers win it 1-0 in overtime. Kapanen from Draisaitl and Nurse, 7:19 of the overtime, and the Oilers win this series in 5 games over the Vegas Golden Knights, and wait to see who emerges from the Dallas and Winnipeg side of the Western Conference. But the Edmonton Oilers, they had to push hard this game, and Jake said it. You just had to be patient and stay with it.
How about Stuart Skinner tonight?
Oh, well, yeah, he was.
I mean, again, you played the position. Just like everybody thought. Stuart Skinner coming in, back-to-back starts, 47 stops and 47 saves. I mean, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oilers in the back-to-back conference finals camps for the first time since 90, 91, 92. Of course, they won the Cup in 90, the last of their dynasty years, 5-7 without Wayne Gretzky. Basically on fumes, went to the 91 and 92 conference finals. Big one tonight, to say the least.
And 3 of the last 4 years, conference finals for the Edmonton Oilers. So Oilers with a big victory here tonight. They had to push. They had to be patient. They had to deal with the Vegas Golden Knights being as good as they were in the third period when they had some really good looks. And
you had to deal with your color guy who didn't want to overreact on the game-winning goal just because, unfortunately, that's where we're at in hockey. But Kapanen knew it was in right away. Yeah. Kapanen put Colson and Draisaitl on the ice for the game-winning goal.
How about that in itself? When we've talked about the depth of this team and the fact that there's 9 players with 3 goals or more coming into this one, and the fact that they've had scoring throughout the lineup, and to have a guy like Kasperi Kapanen to get the OT winner, and the Oilers win it 1-0. And now, Bob, they have to you get some time, get a little time here.
That's the big thing, because we know like Vegas was very physical. We know that, right? And so they are going to get an opportunity to get a little bit of rest, probably get a chance to enjoy, a little bit of the end result of this series, maybe for half a day. We'll fly back tomorrow to Edmonton, and my guess is, by the way, the shots were 6-1 in overtime for the Edmonton Oilers. And my guess here is we're probably looking maybe at a Tuesday, Wednesday start for the next series. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Oilers got Thursday and Friday off the ice, got recalibrated, practice Saturday and Sunday.
There you go. 1-0 the final here in overtime. The Edmonton Oilers win over the Vegas Golden Knights. They win 4-1 and move on to the Western Conference Final. Our Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interview.
Next rotation, you're out there for 2 rotations. Okay, Michael. So, again, next thing, does it again. So I said, oh, my God. So I said, okay, guys. This time, when he comes back to the bench, is now going to overextend his shift. He's going to be a little tired. Don't open the doors. He comes over and I said, get out. He thinks I love him now. Get back out there, I said. So then he comes over again. And now I said, guys, he's going to want to climb into the bench because he's done. I said, when he comes over, puts his leg up, push him back out. And they pushed him. But now they are laughing on the bench. This is in New York City. Right during the game. Back there. So Alex figures it out. He scores a goal in the middle of this shift.
Wow.
He gets himself a rest. Stays out there. Finishes the period. So I think it's about 9 minutes. I walk off the bench and said, Mess, explain it to him, will you, please? He said, I will. Don't worry. I'll look after it. So as a result, we fast forward now to the playoffs in Game 6, playing New Jersey. In the Jersey series, I double shifted him. When he had to come back, and he was electrifying. Mess got the 3 goals, but Alex was a horse. And very talented, powerful. And the problem was he was so efficient that he could stay out, but he didn't grasp the concept of just picking up the intensity. You could see him. He could dangle and hang onto the puck, and nobody could take it from him. He was resting while he was out there.
So in essence, it was a bit of a training ground for what was to come against the Devils at the most important time.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it turned out to be a good lesson for him because that's what he did in that game. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I just said, Alex, I'm going to double shift you. Get ready. Don't be out too long.
That was former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan in conversation with Gord Stellick and Scott Laughlin for the Morning Skate on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. That's SiriusXM Channel 91.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio is the place for expert advice, strategy, and information from the best fantasy sports analysis to win your league. Plus, hear pick-by-pick coverage of live drafts and interviews with top players, coaches, and team executives on SiriusXM 87.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 15th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Washington Capitals take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Capitals on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 950. Hurricanes on Internet 924. 9:30 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Dallas Stars. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 951. Stars on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 928. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91.